I have made some clean setups in my time. In fact, I'd say some of the cleanest. So when a company has the gall to send me their attempt at a super clean setup capable desk, and they pre-build the thing, I gotta say, I'm a little hurt. What is this? You guys don't think I'm capable of putting a computer inside a desk? Well, I'm gonna show you that I've got the skills to pay the bills. You think it's just my employees who know how to do this stuff? I am not only going to build a computer as good as this one, I'm gonna do it in just an hour. And time starts right after I tell you about our sponsor. Dan, you've got the thing, right? Yeah. Are you gonna play it? Sure. No, it's not L-roll.
Is the sponsor not in it?
It's brought to you by Moment. Where the devil are the talking points?
They were in the script, I swear. The Trello. A stall for time.
It's going great.
Give me the thing, quick. I need the thing. There's nothing in here.
Just stay in the moment. It's okay.
Useless teleprompter. No, forget it. You're done, bud. I need a laptop.
We're going.
He's working on it. Just gotta stall for time.
Yeah. Where are the talking points?
Oh boy.
Let's get started. We'll do it after.
Yeah.
I could do the read. Let me do the read.
Meet the Unevn Base, an esports-oriented gaming desk product that seeks to integrate absolutely everything you need for a full-on esports experience. Conveniently, we don't have to just imagine what it's going to look like. We've got a completed one that they sent over to us. You guys are taking it away. One moment, please.
Put it back.
Whoa! All right. So, front of the desk, we've got what appears to be a 4-foot desktop surface with integrated RGB. Got a couple panels here. I guess we'll figure all that out as we go. The point is, you've got an MITX, so an ITX gaming PC enclosure over here on the left with what appears to be a tempered glass window. You've got an integrated monitor stand, VESA compatible, obviously, that appears to fold down or something like that. Yeah, okay, that's going to be a bit of an adventure when we figure that out. And then at the back, you've got all the room that you could possibly want for cable management and ventilation. Oh, you can't see that? Come on, Andy, I gotcha. There you go, how's that? All right. Oh, and an RGB logo. Sick. All right, you guys can take this away now. I'm gonna build my own. There, boom, and 1, 2, 3, unplugged. Bye-bye. There you go. Let's go ahead and get started. Theoretically, I have a bunch of notes on all of this, but I guess I'm just winging it because there was absolutely nothing in there. Let's go ahead and unbox the desk, shall we? Unevn. I've never actually even heard of these guys. Is this their first product? Is this their only product?
This is their only product that they have on their site right now.
Okay, apparently it's their only product for now. These are super cool. This is a USB header to additional USB header kind of hub, I guess would be the best way to describe it. A lot of peripherals, like internal peripherals, things like extra screens that go on your CPU cooler, for example, will use a USB 2 header in order to update the microcontrollers that they have on board or to write data to their storage. Like say, for example, now's not a good time. See you later. Like say, for example, if you wanted to throw a new picture on one of those things, or if you wanted to change the pattern of your addressable RGB strips or something like that. So this allows you to take one USB 2 header off of your motherboard and split it out into a whopping 4 additional USB headers. And because this is not a performance-sensitive application, that's not a problem. Because realistically, you're never really even using any of those things at once. Unevn appears to have their own addressable RGB hub doodad-a-majig. I'm assuming that this goes out to the motherboard. Hey, look at that, it's labeled. This one goes to the motherboard, and then you can do up to 10 additional RGB strips off this thing. Love to see it. You know what I'd actually really love to see is someone build one of these that has almost like a clamp that goes on top of it that grabs onto these RGB things once they're in there, because otherwise they're such a pain in the butt. You basically got to hot glue them into place. They also include some cable extensions, sleeved cable extensions, so if you don't have a pretty power supply with pretty cables, you can still gussy up your build. And this is really nice. They've got extensions for the front I/O connectors. So this is your power switch, power button, those are the same thing. Reset switch, power LED, and drive indicator LED. Now I haven't actually started yet, so you don't have to start this timer, but you do have to start this segue to our sponsor, Moment. From vloggers to photographers, Moment offers a vast catalog of products and courses to help you capture your vision. Get the right gear, learn new skills, and get creative by checking out Moment at the link in the video description. We got this, right, Adam?
We got this.
Yeah,
Here
we got this.
go.
All right. I'm not counting unboxing the desk as part of my hour, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. We'll let it slide.
All right. Wow, okay. That's kind of cool. You can see the caboose of the desk, right? So that's how they managed to make it thick enough to actually put a flippin' computer in here. I am looking at what appears to be 80mm fans over here on the side. Noise blocker, very nice. High grade included fans, but still have a low enough profile, so you've got this angled shape, right? Still have a low enough profile at the front that you're not whacking your knees against that flippin' computer that's inside your desk. That's been a major design consideration for us every time we've made some of our various attempts, some better than others, at building desk PCs. What else am I looking at here? It's got an integrated handle. So I guess the idea is if you had like a lot of these, you could kind of, roll them out pretty easily. Man, with a computer in there, it'd be pretty flippin' heavy though, wouldn't it? Okay, neat. So let's go ahead and get these legs unstrapped here. Okay. Oh, got a QR code here with a quick guide and user manual. Okay, they don't lock into, oh, they do lock into place. There you go. Got a little brace like that. It goes on a little something like, one moment, please. Here, come on in here, Andy. Let's see if we can figure this out. Oh no, that is it. Wait, is that it? Oh, there we go. There's your problem. It's just got to settle all the way in there. Okay, cool. This is a really neat idea for a product. I've seen desk cases before from the likes of Lee & Lee, for example, but very expensive, very premium. Basically so expensive that if you're not building a top-of-the-line machine and water cooling it, your money would be better spent almost literally on anything else. Tell me something. No, I'm going to make it a little bit further. Then I want to know how much this thing costs. Because if they're targeting esports, it could go one of two ways. It's either going to be like $3,000, because realistically, you're a sponsored esports athlete anyway, so, whatever. You just get your sponsor to buy it for you. Or it goes the other way, and it's like, look, we understand that you're only playing Dota 2 anyway, so, you probably don't want to spend a lot of money on your computer. You do need a desk, so here you go. And it'll be like, I'm going to say $499. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this up. I will say, though, the molding costs of this are probably pretty substantial. Ooh, okay. I take back what I said. This is not $499. Ooh, okay. This is pretty nice, actually, what we're looking at here. Here, let me just put this on my mark here. Oh, wow, there's a lot of tooling, a lot of molding. $899. I'm saying $899 US. Okay, Adam, come over here. Okay, you know the price already, right?
I do.
There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. We've got what appears to be An ITX compatible motherboard. No, that looks like MATX motherboard tray, so you don't even have to go ITX. Dual included 80mm noise blocker fans. What appears to be a radiator compatible dual 120mm rad mount at the back. And you might want to just get in for the close-up of this rather than trying to get me talking about it. So let's show that motherboard tray. We've got the 80mm noise blocker fans. Those they appear to be on some kind of acoustic dampening mount already. Oh, this is getting very premium. PCIe riser. That just added $30, $40 to the BOM. Here's that radiator compatible rear 120mm dual fan mount back here. We've got what seems to be an integrated kind of cable channel right here. So that's going to take everything off of, I guess, the I/O shield of our motherboard and carry it, hello, over here to this side where it can go, interesting. Oh, what? Power supply goes way over here? No wonder they include extensions. Now that's an odd choice. You guys have got so much Z height here, and yet you opt for an SFXL power supply mount. Why not full ATX? I guess maybe that's something we can figure out as we go. While there is a lot of molding, there's definitely some areas where the molding is pretty basic. You can actually see that this mold here was modified like mid-production. Probably they had to make some change to this right here, and they just kind of hacked the additional material out of the mold, not really caring too much about the finish. I'm not saying that that's a terrible thing. You know, you don't necessarily want to just add a bunch of cost to your product because you've got scuff marks in your mold that is on the underside of a desk or something like that, but Apple wouldn't include it. And it does affect kind of, if you're going to do it that way, I expect the price to be reflective of that, is all I'm kind of going to say about that for now. Got a couple power cables, and then, I know what I'm looking at here. This is the monitor arm. Ooh, bad news. Because the monitor arm is visible. And there definitely are some tooling marks and stuff on that. Okay, but this is cool. Oh, that's kind of neat, the way that you can slide it. The DisplayPort cable is pre-cable managed in here. All right, we're gonna figure that out later. And if you have a 24-inch monitor, is that what we have? We don't. But it looks like if you have a 24-inch monitor, you may very well be able to, no, 27.
Yep.
Does it fit?
Supports to 27.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Your monitor goes in here, you close it up, and the whole thing is self-contained. That's sick. Your keyboard goes here, and presumably there's a recess somewhere or something for, okay, okay. This is funky. What appears to be a 2.5-inch SSD, like, kind of hot swap mount here. That's pretty wild. So they've just got a cable pass through. Here's power, and then presumably there's data here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. And then you can just plug a drive in like that if you really want to. Given where it is, I would rather see this also be 3.5-inch compatible, but that's not a huge deal. Okay, I am ready to make a final price prediction.
Okay.
Made in Finland. Do we have the bleep button, Dan?
No.
Shoot. Oh, that made in Finland. You know what? I'm ignoring the made in Finland. No, I shouldn't ignore the made in Finland. What do they mean by made in Finland? Where's the box? Is it designed in Finland? Does Finland actually have a lot of legal protections for the made in Finland word mark? Or is this the kind of thing where they could actually do a lot of the injection molding and tooling in China and just kind of assemble it in Finland? Which, to be clear, is not a bad thing. Okay, I'm ready.
You want to know the price?
I'm saying $9.99 US. Hit me.
You get one more guess. It's higher.
It's higher. Oh, crap. $12.99 US?
Triple it.
Okay, hold on. You can't talk from off camera, so you gotta come participate.
The unfortunate news is that this does cost $36.90.
$3,600 US dollars?
Yes. And that's just the.
That's just the
That's just that. If you want the rest of the computer, it's a lot a lot more.
Huh. This is a very fine blank t-shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
LTTstore.com?
Totally reasonably priced, too.
I know, right? Not $3,600 for a shirt. Wow. Cool. Let's build a computer.
Okay, that means
I'm ready to start the timer.
Okay.
I mean, it's cool. I guess it really is made in Finland then. So that's good. That would help justify things a little bit.
All right. Your time starts.
How's chat doing over here, you guys? Actually, wait, I lied. Not quite, not quite. I'm ready to start the timer in a second after I chat with the chat a little bit. Guys, if you're new to LTT streams, hi. We don't really do super chats. We don't really do Twitch bits or anything like that. If you want to interact with the stream, the best way to do it is to send a merch message. Go to lttstore.com, pick up a reasonably priced blank t-shirt like this one, or a water bottle like this one, or any of the other great products we've got on there. And in the checkout, you're going to see a little box that says merch messages. Leave a merch message, whether it's a shout out for your SO or your mom or whatever else. It'll just pop up either in the bottom. I think in the bottom, right, Dan?
It'll be at the top, actually,
It'll
today.
pop up in the top, and or you can send in a question, or you can just kind of send in something inappropriate, and our producer, Dan, will block it from ever being seen by anybody.
Blocked.
Those are the main options. Is there anything that we're announcing right now in particular, or nothing like that? No promos or anything?
Not that I know of. No, not at the moment.
All right. Let's start my timer.
Starts.
Wait.
No, when the clock hits 1.
When the clock wait, what? That's in an hour.
Do you want less time?
What do you mean it ends when the clock hits 1?
Yes.
Okay, what are we waiting for then?
I don't know.
Okay, come on over here, Andy. Let's build a computer. First up, we're going to be going with the Ryzen 7 7800 X3D. Why would we do such a thing, you might ask? Because we just spent $3,600 chuffing dollars on a desk. And gosh darn it, if we're going to look the esports professional part, then we better have the esports professional CPU. It's the fastest gaming CPU on the planet, and as long as it doesn't blow up, $3,600 for a desk. That's okay. We're gonna have some fun. Am I supposed to have any talking points for any of these parts, or am I just?
We got lots of talking
points.
points. You want to talk about? So the whole idea is it's an esports build.
Yeah, it's an esports build. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I can ad-lib it. You can just say, Linus, you've got nothing, and I can work with that.
You've got mostly nothing.
I've got mostly nothing. That's
Yeah.
fine. I can work with that. Okay, so come on over here. Let's install a CPU.
Do you want to raise your desk a little bit more?
Yes, we can do that.
It seems very Linus height right now. I mean, I can raise the desk, but I was thinking for you, Andy, it would be really nice to be able to kind of shoot down at this and have a look at what we're doing here. So we've got our AM5 socket motherboard. AMD has just done such a bang-up job over the last, well, really quite a few generations on their desktop products of building upgradability into their platforms. So AM5 arrived with Ryzen 7000 series, and it's already been upgraded to Ryzen 7000 X3D, which dramatically boosts gaming performance in particular. And the standout of all of the X3D products is the 7800 X3D. It's only 8 cores, but they are so ripping fast that pretty much everything else on the market gets left in the dust. Of course, you've got to make sure that you build a balanced build around it, which is why we chose this memory that I'm looking at for the first time. So pressure's on, Adam. I hope it's a perfect memory choice for an esports build. We went with, very nice, DDR5, 6,000 megatransfers per second, 32 gigs by 2, a 64 gig kit. Okay, that's unnecessary for any esports title that I'm aware of, but it sure is. Is my RAM rattling? Is that supposed to happen?
I hope so, because
That's probably good. Anyway, this is a CL30 kit, extremely low latency kit, given the speed that it is operating at. These are from G.Skill, they're their Trident Z5 RGBs, and while they're Intel XMP, I'm not expecting that to be a huge problem for us because we should be able to just load that profile using AMD's Expo memory profile tool in this motherboard's BIOS. All right, that's done. Although we're working on an MITX motherboard, which means installing that RAM may have been a mistake. And it may end up getting in my way when I try to install a cooler and try to put in my SSD, which is what we're going to do next. I guess now is a perfectly good time to talk about this motherboard. This isn't my first time working with the Asus ROG Strix X670E gaming Wi-Fi. It's a really weird product. I don't really know what else to tell you guys about it. Like, check this out. They packed so much VRM on here. They packed so much SSD storage expansion. Look. You've got like the parking garage, the SSD equivalent of a parking garage. Okay, your first M.2 is down here, your second M.2 is up here, and then in here, there, on this little daughter board here, is the second part of the X670E chipset. So you've got one of AMD's chipsets here, and then the second one that gives it the additional PCIe Gen 5 lanes that makes it X670E is on this weird little daughter board here that seems to exist only to power this top M.2 slot. It doesn't seem to be connected to anything else. It's a super, super weird product. But hey, I don't make the rules. To my knowledge, this is the only X670E ITX product. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Don't quote me on that, though. I could be wrong. There's honestly no real reason to use X670E on a build like this, though. The major benefit of it is additional PCIe lanes, and the only benefit of additional PCIe lanes is that you can install more PCIe devices. But this is an ITX motherboard. How many PCIe devices are you planning to plug into your one PCIe by 16 slot? Anyone? Bueller?
One.
So really, you'd want to go B series motherboard for a system like this. Oh, you know what else you'd want to do? I guess is not bother reinstalling this top heatsink. Neat. Wow, this is a really bulky SSD. It's got a back plate thing on it here that interferes with using the toolless mechanism. That's very frustrating.
We have another one if you want.
Hey, no, this is PCIe Gen 5, baby. Let's go. Oh, and in order to get it apart, I apparently need a Torx driver. Do you have an iFixit kit handy?
There's one just behind you.
I love this. Dan, why don't you hit me with a merch message while I get my Torx driver out and I get my SSD disassembled, because that's the kind of thing that I can do when I'm supposed to build a system in an hour.
Yeah, you're running out of time. You better hurry up.
I'm hurrying.
Okay, so first up here is from Sterling. Have you ever considered making a stubby version of the cable straps? I know I can cut the existing ones shorter, but that feels janky and I don't want to.
All right, that's fair enough. Okay. So my initial response is, you can just cut the regular length ones shorter, you know, but you thought of that and you don't want to do that. So I guess my follow-up response is, yes, we actually are planning to do additional lengths of the cable ties. What I suspect is that we would do longer first, just because you can't cut them long, right? You can cut them short, you can't cut them long, but it would be our intention to eventually flesh out our offering with more lengths. I don't know if we're going to add any more colors. If we did add more colors, we'd probably remove some of the existing ones, but we are planning to add more lengths. Want to hit me with one more?
Sure, I got another one here. Hello, Linus and team. Greetings from Germany. I just wanted to quickly ask whether or not you're planning to test microphones for streaming or music production, I guess at the labs. Keep up the great work.
We are absolutely planning to test microphones in the lab. I'm extremely excited. Sam is our sound guy. We're going to be focused on headphones at first and more consumer-oriented products out of the gate. But over time, you can absolutely expect to see streaming products tested to the same degree of rigor as you would headphones or motherboards or GPUs or whatever else it is that we're after. All right, here's my Gen 5 drive, but the bad news is that my understanding is that this top slot is only Gen 4. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have to use the lower one.
I do have to use the lower sandwich one. Well, that's fine. I can work with that.
Before we get any further, do we want to move this desk up? Dan's yelling at me in Teams chat.
Oh, Dan's yelling at you
Yeah,
about
we have
the
a
desk being
top-down
on the floor?
camera that's all supposed to be lined up, brother.
Oh, I mean, you can get to that when you start
we'll get to that when we get to that.
building
Don't even
in
worry
the
about it.
computer.
Okay,
He's
this
just
is
using it as a
hilarious.
table.
Check this out,
I'm
guys.
just a little scared of Dan.
Giant
You should be.
heatsink, Gen 5 and chipset heatsink. It's freaking heavy. All right, let's get this drive installed. And now that we've got all that crap removed from the back and the front of it, we should be able to slide this toolless mechanism into place, saving ourselves a lot of time. And then we'll put this chipset back in, and we should be, hello? Uh-oh, is that in? I think it's in. That switch.
Also, please use this one
Please use that.
as well.
As well.
It has the games.
Oh, it has games. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm down. Wait, is that another Gen 5 drive? Wait, why do I need both of them?
Because why not?
Okay, but I mean,
You paid
fine,
you paid for a $3,000 desk.
Yeah, all right. I have a
You might as well have
$3,000
two
desk. I might as well have 2 Gen 5 SSDs, sure. So I've got a 2 terabyte T700 from Crucial on the bottom, and then I have the Aorus Gen 5 1000, 10,000, whatever. I have Aorus's Gen 5 SSD on the top. I got a Gen 5 SSD sandwich here. Dan, hit me with another merch message.
Sure thing. Hi, Linus and team again. I was wondering if you're planning to make laptop or tablet cases or sleeves, at least for common sizes. Congrats on the quality improvements due to LTT Lab.
Cases and sleeves, no, but we are working on a laptop bag that I'm really excited about, like a shoulder bag. It's got a super comfy strap, and I think you guys are going to be extremely pleased. If you're the kind of person who has to carry a laptop around, but you don't necessarily want to have a Chungus backpack, it's going to be the way to go. Adam, do you mind unvatting that? Hey, this is great progress. CPU, motherboard, RAM, SSD, and we are only 10 minutes in. No problem. Let's go ahead and get our motherboard installed in the case.
You need these?
Nope,
These are
I
for
don't
this?
need any of that.
These are so long for an SSD.
They are long SSD screws.
Yeah.
All right, let's pop this open, see if I can figure out how to do it.
on.
Ooh, there we go.
Let's move it up.
Get
All
on-
right, let's
get
move
on
it up.
those
We're
spikes.
moving it up.
I'm ready.
Okay, so just put your foot on the bar in the middle, and I'll put my foot on, and then we just pull up.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's it's supposed to
That
make that.
feels like it's breaking. Okay. How do we know that they're all at the same height?
We pulled it all the way up to the top,
I see.
so that's how we know it's at the same height right now. And we'll just
Okay.
make sure that the top.
It's in the thing. It's in the thing. All right. Cool. Let's put the motherboard in, shall we? Our PCIe riser goes here. Man, there is all kinds of stuff here that I wasn't really expecting to see. It's pre-wired for Ethernet too. Super cool. USB 3 goes somewhere, I guess. Where the devil does this go? Oh, interesting. Our front I/O is here. And that seems to be handled, no. Our front I/O is here. Our rear I/O is in the front. So this is not accessible when the case is closed. Got it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna pin it down here. Then I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna pin that in there. I'm gonna take my RGB lead, and I'm gonna deal with that later. Oh my goodness, look at all these RGB leads. Good gravy. I'm gonna take all my RGB leads. I'm gonna run them over there because those are not my concern right now. Ethernet can stick there for now. And then we've got power. This seems to be for this built-in hub, so that my front USB, or not front, but other more different front, USB 3. And then this is my DisplayPort cable for my GPU. How on earth am I supposed to install this GPU? I will figure that out. That is gonna slow me down for sure. Okay, very European. Got the hex screws, cool. That's gonna save some time. Oh, this is cool though. Look at that. That's something I haven't seen in a long time. This appears to be a removable motherboard tray. Got a little Phillips head thumb screw here. Go ahead and pop that up. Whoop. Okay. And we've got a thumb nut on a standoff over here. And we can just pop our motherboard tray off like that. So we'll go ahead and, I guess I'll need some standoffs. What did I do with all the screws? They must be here somewhere. There they are. Don't worry guys, I can definitely do this in an hour. Hit me with another merch message.
Sure thing. Hey, Linus, do you think we'll be seeing more consoles with the new APUs popping up? Or is the future handheld consoles with docks, considering how amazing the ROG Ally seems to be?
That's a good question. Honestly, I think what we're bound to see is ASUS is going to get a big first mover advantage with the Ally. I would imagine they've worked out some kind of a deal with AMD where they're taking substantial volume of the new Ryzen Z1 Extreme, and that's going to lock them not necessarily lock them up with an exclusivity window, but it will make it so that I don't think ASUS will reasonably be able to supply anyone else for quite an extended period of time. So whether they have an exclusive or not, they're going to end up with a kind of de facto exclusive on it for quite a while. With that said, for some of the lower volume players, like the GPDs and Ioneos and 1X players of the world, I don't think they need such a huge allocation of chips that they wouldn't be able to at least start their product development and release a small quantity on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. So with that in mind then, I don't think anything would prevent them from releasing competing products. The big challenge is that this is going to come down to software. And whether we're talking first-party software support from Microsoft, where they actually alter Windows, whether it's adding a handheld gaming mode or, more unlikely, releasing a handheld gaming edition of Windows, or whether it comes in the form of third-party, and I guess I kind of have my first and third parties sort of mixed around depending on how you view it, but whether it comes from the OEMs themselves. And I've seen some good efforts there. Ioneo's IaSpace was quite promising in the early days, but from my experience with it, it has either A, not progressed as much as I'd like to see in some ways, or B, actually regressed in other ways, particularly with respect to the sort of overall stability and usability of it. I haven't really been that happy with IaSpace lately. 1X Player doesn't have much in the way of software that they integrate with their product, and then ASUS seems to be putting a lot of effort into it, but ASUS, God bless them, I don't think they've ever written a piece of software that I've found usable. Armory Crate's a lot better now than it used to be. AI Suite was the old branding for it, and it was awful. Like, ruin your computer, time to reformat, awful in some cases. And I remember having just like the funniest call with an ASUS technical rep at one point. This was back in probably the X79 days, and I basically go, you know what, whatever. I'll just name the individual. I go, JJ, I love you, man, but AI Suite is awful. And he goes, what's awful about it? And I'm sitting here going, yeah, look, I know it's your job to drink the Kool-Aid, but my dude, no, it's so bad. It's a lot better than that now, but I have a lot of misgivings about how good the software is going to be on the Ally, and that's speaking as someone who has had hands-on experience with it leading up to the launch. I think they've got a big uphill road ahead of them, and if Microsoft doesn't step in and help with this, it's going to be a real challenge for handheld makers, be they ASUS or otherwise. It looked like someone had kind of pre-configured this cooler for me, but that is not actually the case. All the Intel hardware was left at the top, and I need to go fishing for the AMD hardware. Fortunately, we didn't have to fish for too long, but it does look like there's going to be a bit of work converting the block to the AMD mounting hardware. Let's go ahead and grab this here. Dan, want to hit me with a merch message while I try to fumble my way through? What even is this? Oh, this is from Deep Cool. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of RGB. Well, we don't need that for now. We'll deal with that later.
All right, here we go. Hi, first merch message. With the labs being built, will you redo the short circuit videos to update the information on them that may influence a purchase?
Wow, that's a really good question. No. video production is so time consuming and so expensive, even at the scale that we're working at. I mean, obviously this isn't, a Hollywood big budget production or anything like that. But video, because of the difficulty of editing it, just all the moving pieces, is so expensive compared to text that I just don't think it's realistic for us to go back and prep, reshoot, and re-edit and re-upload videos that we have already done or products that we have already covered. I think what's far more likely is on those videos, we might include a link in the video description or a pinned comment to say that we've done additional testing, or even more likely is we will simply wait for a next-gen product to come out and replace it, and then we'll go back and use that as an opportunity to test not only the brand new product, but also the original one, and then we can include that data when we review the updated product. I'm actually really, really excited about the future of short circuit because I have this way of turning everything into, making everything better whether I want to or not. Short circuit was intended to be low production value, just first impressions, unboxing videos. They were supposed to take very little time. And whether it's me or whether it's the team around here or some combination of the two, we just can't settle for that. It's easy money. Don't get me wrong. Unboxings are like the easiest money ever. You just unbox it and people want to see it. And so they watch the video. Like, boom, all you have to do is get your hands on the thing. Okay, no problem, especially at the scale that we're operating at now, where LTT is, so prominent in the tech industry, right? Like all we have to do is call someone up and say, hey, we want to unbox your product on short circuit. And they're like, yeah, okay, here you go. And there's no pressure to say a positive thing about it or anything like that. I'm not saying like easy money in like a scummy way. I'm just saying that it's easy views, I guess is the point. And so with that in mind, we could just keep doing short circuit exactly the way we're doing it now. I don't know, we just have like this compulsion to do it better. So short circuit is going to see a lot more data integrated from the lab as time goes on, with the goal being to turn LTT from reviews into more like projects, more personality driven. It'll have behind the scenes, it'll have roundups, okay? Like that's something you're far less likely to see on short circuit is a detailed video on who makes the best sub $40 power supply, right? You might see a short circuit video on one of those products, but you're not going to see the whole lineup and the pros and cons and the explanations of how we tested it. That's going to be reserved for LTT. But short circuit is going to become less of an unboxing channel and more of like a quick overview with a sprinkling of review data. And then it'll also hopefully act as a gateway drug to get people over to the lab's website where we want to get into way, way more detail about this stuff. Really, really excited about the plan. It's gonna take time. I mean, I've had it observed lots of times, both internally and from viewers in the YouTube comments, that, hey, the lab's going to cost a lot of money and take a lot of time to have any hope of paying off. I know. It's going to take a minute. But that's okay. That's okay. I think that once we're done, and we'll never be done, but once we're set up, it's going to be a lot more, it's going to be a lot more clear what we were trying to do, and it's going to be a lot more clear why it's so important. I mean, people don't even know what a review is anymore. It's so frustrating for me. And you see it everywhere. You'll see something like, we'll post a sponsored video, and you'll just see a comment, and someone's like, great review. And I'm sitting here going, that is not a review. And the fact that you think that that's a review shows just how broken the ecosystem is. Anything that is sponsored cannot be a review. It can still be honest. It can still be fairly comprehensive. It can still be fun. It can still be entertaining. But what it isn't and what it cannot be is a review. Never. Because any sponsored piece of content, whether they had any influence or not, the sponsor has the right to influence that content. And if they didn't have the right to influence that content, you wouldn't have to call it sponsored. So they're mutually exclusive. And the idea here is to take this sort of low-hanging fruit unboxing content and kind of like sneak in substance, you know? Kind of like, it's like, man, I don't know. It's like sneaking raisins into an oatmeal cookie or chocolate chips. You know, like you're still getting the oatmeal cookie, but we want you to, or rather it's like, okay, hold on, no. It's more like sneaking Brussels sprout paste into your chocolate bar. So we suck you in with the chocolate bar. You know, it's tasty, it's very snackable, right? But then, oh, you accidentally learned a whole bunch while you were watching that. Got 'em. That's the goal with short circuit. That's where we're going to be heading over the long term. And you've already seen some hints of it if you've been paying close attention on the channel. Like one of the things that we find with LTT is that we can only review like a class of GPU. We won't get the kind, we're at the point now. I mean, look at the channel. When we upload something, if it doesn't get 2 million, 2.5, 3 million views, it's dragging down our averages. It's hurting us algorithmically. And we can't do that because that hurts our overall reach. That hurts our ability to pay our staff. Look at this. Look at all these people who stand around and watch me make videos now. That hurts our ability to pay our staff, right? That hurts our ability to build the lab. That's unacceptable. So with that in mind, we don't have the luxury then of kind of going, oh, okay, hey, I know we already reviewed the 7900 XTX, but wow, this one that was released by XFX is really cool and does some different stuff and performs about 2% better. How are we supposed to make a 8 to 14 minute video, that's kind of the average for an LTT, on, it's basically a 7900 XTX, but it's got a really great cooler on it and it performs 2 or 3% better. That's it. That's a short, right? You can't justify it. So that's where short circuit comes in, because we can kind of take that more casual, loose unboxing format, we can include that extra information, and now we have ways of covering these cards and these products that we otherwise just wouldn't be able to justify. We wouldn't be able to spend the filming time and editing time on because they just wouldn't get the viewership that we need to make them sustainable. And I know this is all very inside baseball-y, and maybe you guys would prefer to imagine that everything's far more organic and not like a business calculation or whatever else, but I'm not going to lie to you. Right? Like, that's how it works. There are realities that we're working around, and we're not doing ourselves any favors by becoming uncompetitive. So I don't think you guys, I mean, I hope, I hope you guys don't want us to harm the LTT channel, and you guys can wait for short circuit. This is pretty sucky. This screw is not long enough to go through the fan. Right!
Wow.
Wow, that was bound to happen. Oh,
Do you want to replace it with an RGB fan?
Hey, good robust fan, Deep Cool. Well, my bigger concern is I just don't think these radiator screws are very long. Yeah, look at this. How am I supposed to get that through both a fan and the rear panel of my case, or my radiator mounting bracket, if that's what I'm using? That can barely go through there. I mean, do we have any RGB fans that just use the standard RGB connector? I don't want to see any Corsair. Love you, Corsair, but your damn proprietary RGB connector, while much more robust than the industry standard RGB connector, drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, you guys. I don't know what to do with you. Oh. There are alternative solutions. Oh.
Yeah, we got the Lian Lees.
Oh, we got these Lian Lees.
The little magnet ones.
So we do. Those are sick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's just use those. Did you specifically have those so that we could use them? Am I just not following instructions here?
I just wanted nice RGB because we got this beautiful window.
Right. That makes sense.
And then these have the little headers. So you can daisy chain, and they have a normal.
Sick. Yeah, this is awesome. Check this out. Pogo pins to handle power and RGB, so you only have to plug in one of the fans. That is so cool. Just awesome for wiring. Okay, let's go ahead and peel these peels, although I am still concerned that these are, oh really? My peel starter here didn't grab the thing. Okay, perfect. That's good. I am concerned that these screws are still not going to be long enough. Yeah, that's borderline. Do you mind grabbing me the radiator screws bin from the screws bin?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, in the meantime, what I can do is I can put the motherboard tray in, and Dan can hit me with another merch message.
Yeah, I sure can. I have multiple X3D and none X3D 7950X CPUs.
Wow, what a boy.
7950X CPUs. At first, I didn't mess with SoC voltage with overclocking. I ran the CPU for about a month and then changed my SoC voltage to 1.25. Is my CPU degrading?
Okay, yeah, that's a really good question, actually. The answer is yes. From the moment it is birthed in the fab to the moment it ultimately dies, your CPU is degrading. The way that manufacturers set their stock voltage, their safe voltage, is by running like not just a couple of these CPUs, but hundreds upon hundreds of these CPUs under various loads, under various conditions, over an extended period of time, and observing the failure rate. They then take that observed failure rate and they extrapolate it to kind of an even longer period of time than they can test based on parameters that they've created. So based on trends that they've observed in the past, and they create sort of the safe operating voltage range. But just because you're at a safe operating voltage doesn't mean that it's not degrading. It's kind of like a safe RPM range for your car. Like let's say you redline at 8,000 RPM. So does that mean you can run at 7,999 RPM forever? Well, no, obviously not. If you ran at 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, cruising along on the highway, that engine's going to last a lot longer, right? And if you're constantly going low and high, almost at the red line, but no, it's not the red line, but almost at the red line, well, it's not going to last as long, right? The question is just how much of that risk are you comfortable with? Are you the kind of person who's happier running at exactly AMD's stock voltage, what AMD said was safe, which AMD doesn't always get right, see the recent controversy, or are you the kind of person who wants to push a little harder knowing that based on that you have multiple 7000 series chips kicking around, you could just replace it if it dies? I'm not saying that's necessarily, the most responsible approach, but it's certainly an approach. And it seems to be one that you can afford. So it all comes down to how much maintenance you want to do on your computer then at that point. Go ahead and hit me, Dan.
Before we do that, let's hit you with that. It's a 30-minute warning.
30 minutes? I can't even get this radiator mounted. How on earth am I supposed to do this in 30 minutes? Okay. I can do better than how on earth does this go in? What the? How does this fit in the thing? This does not seem to be. Are you sure this is for this fan?
Yes. Yes. Fairly certain.
Fairly certain?
They were all together.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But I believe that you have to connect it to a base thingy.
That clearly has to go in there. Oh wait, I think I see it. I think it slides down and then, no. That's gotta go there. Nope. Okay, what?
Do you not, it's this, you go, oh my gosh, it isn't. Why isn't this on?
Wait, what's this one? This one's different. Oh wait, what's this then? Ah, here we go. This one. Okay.
Oh, phew.
It looks like they revised this at some point. That was very scary. All right, we're going to take a different approach then. I'm just going to screw the radiator onto the bracket with the short screws, and yeah, that's how we're going to do that. Cool. Guess we're not going to be low maintenance on this one.
How are you configuring your airflow path?
All right, Dan, hit me.
Oh, yeah, okay, give me a sec here. Just gotta cancel this. Let's grab one for you. Linus, it's been long enough. We deserve to know who the Pyramid PC was for. I've been dying to know for years now.
Ooh. Should I say our top secret client? Do you guys know?
No.
Yeah, I know you know. Nick knows.
Andy
I know
knows.
you know, Andy. But all the new blood, they don't know. All right, big reveal. This is what you guys get for watching me for half an hour fumble with a radiator. And I feel like that poor participant we had recently, just working on this one thing for the entire video. All right. It was for I'm not going to say the exact person, but it was for a member of the leadership team at Dbrand. Because who else would do that? Would write us essentially a blank check and say, I want my computer to be in a pyramid. And we're like, what? Like Illuminati. I'm like, what? Yeah, any PC, anything is fine as long as it's a pyramid. Okay. That was pretty much how it went down, and we agreed to build the finest pyramid PC we possibly could, and that's what we ended up with. I'm actually really, really proud of that project. Alex and the team did a fantastic job considering all the logistical challenges that took place at the time. We were renovating the set space and all this kind of crazy stuff that you guys don't always see behind the scenes. But sometimes I gotta tell you, it is a miracle that we get our videos across the finish line, let alone in the kind of finished state that they ultimately are. Okay. Well, that seems really good. Sure. Let's do it like that. Yeah, does that seem good? That seems good to me. Everything about this situation right now seems good to me. Dan, hit me.
Sorry, just laughing at that motherboard dangling by the tubes.
It's a good dangle.
Hey guys, I know you've talked about doing a laptop bag, but what about a crossbody sling?
We are actually working on a crossbody sling. The concept we had in mind for it was kind of a Steam Deck / ROG Ally holder sling carry bag thing. The problem is that there's such a range of handheld gaming device sizes and shapes that we're having a really hard time nailing down something that fits all in one size. And then what we're not sure about is, okay, if we need to do multiple sizes, is there a large enough TAM or a total addressable market to justify creating multiple versions of this product? Because what we're realizing is that something like a Steam Deck has absolutely no chance whatsoever of fitting in something that's designed for, say, the Switch OLED. And something like the Switch OLED looks comical in something that's designed for the Steam Deck. Like it's swimming in it. So we just haven't found the right middle ground yet. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to focus on our laptop bag and our messenger bag, which this is the first time I'm mentioning it, I think. And then once we've got that absolutely nailed down, then we can maybe come back to the crossbody sling. I think that's kind of how we're feeling about it right now. All right, let's go ahead and get our motherboard tray in here. In here? Where's this gonna go? I noticed that a wild Nick light appeared, and I assume it's something to do with LTT Store. Is that a fair assumption?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
He's disappeared again. Back into the ether.
Shadow.
Okay, I need to keep track of these screws. These are some, look at this screw. Got the lock washer on there and everything. I mean, that's the kind of screw you get when you spend $3,600 on your desk / computer case. You get screwed like this and like this. No. I mean, I'm not pronouncing any kind of judgment yet. First, I want to see how the build experience goes. And so far, even though I haven't looked at any instructions or anything, it's been fairly intuitive. Let's get this radiator in here now. Yep, there's a little spot right here for that What cable is this? Oh, that's my DisplayPort cable. To kind of, yeah, oh, yeah, that fits in there really nice. Doesn't it? Oh, doesn't it? I think so. I think it fits in there nice. Okay, where's the hole for this? Shh, all of you. Come on. Oh yeah, there it is. Good, excellent. Okay, my radiator, oh. I mean, it has to go on this way because this is the side that has extra room for the radiator tank. Well, it'll have to kind of go like that, I guess. It's not the prettiest thing ever. I can live with it, though. Dan, hit me.
Sure thing. Hey, Linus, love all you work and commitment. I'd like to know if the wooden PC desk you made could be something you'd work with Framework with as a collab.
Ooh, no. Oh, wait. Okay, well, hold on a second. Depends. It depends what you're asking. If what you're asking is if Framework is going to get into the desk business, the answer is no. If what you're asking is if it had ever occurred to us to take a Framework, particularly the upcoming 16-inch motherboard, and embed it in a desk, yes, we are extremely excited to do a project like that. And in fact, we may have a very, very special collab lined up for that. Whoever you think it is, you're right. But I can't actually confirm that yet because we haven't nailed down all the details. There would be travel involved and all kinds of little things like that. So I don't want to put any pressure on anybody. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I hope it works out, and if it does work out, I'm really, really excited about who it is. And that's all I have to say about that. Let's go ahead and get our case fans plugged in here. I think we're probably going to use, oh wow, we don't have a ton of options. So I guess we're going to run under here. This is a nice cable management space at least. Even with the motherboard already installed, it looks like I should be able to thread, nope. Oh, I thought I'd be able to thread that through to the other side. I think the answer is no, though. That's fine. I can live with this, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's not great. Oh man, no, I'd really like to run that under here. Oh yeah, I can get that. I can get that. No problem. No problem. Easy. Awesome. Dan, hit me.
All right, here we go. Let's try, yeah, how about this one? Hey Linus, you are an inspiration to me. What are some good sources not about YouTube you've used to build a successful business? Also, awesome backpack and can't wait for your sack.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, right, I guess you ordered a tech sack. That makes sense. Man, business resources. The best answer I can give for that is that I just read a lot. My Google News feed is almost exclusively tech news, business news, whether it's like physical goods business or whether it's just like management tips and articles and stuff about that, and celebrity gossip. Because the second you click on one, you wouldn't believe the behavior of Tom Cruise on film set X, then your entire feed gets flooded with that stuff. And if you click on it once, realistically, you're probably going to click on it again because, how did her Goop business interfere with her, ability to do whatever Gwyneth Paltrow? Like, I don't know. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for that stuff. So my new resolution, actually very recently, is to never click on it, not even once. And then I broke it immediately, not on purpose. I accidentally clicked something about how something, the MCU something, and I'm like, no, I don't want any more of this because I'm wasting too much time just reading garbage about crap. Because as far as I can tell, a solid 30% of these articles are AI generated, and you can tell. They're repetitive and they're not well written and blah, blah, blah. And so I hate just giving away my attention to someone who's not even willing to put the attention into creating the content in the first place. Even if the AI generated one is decent and does actually tell me everything I wanted to know about, Chris Hemsworth's latest workout or whatever, right? So yeah, other than just kind of trying to stay up on things, like, I'm constantly reading articles about workplace trends. be they management or employee. I do keep up on what's going on r/anti-work, and some of the kind of anti-company sort of subreddits, just so that I have some idea where people's headspaces are at. It doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with every viewpoint that I read there. Like, obviously, I come at it with multiple perspectives, having worked as an employee and as an employer. But it's good to know, right? It's good to know what's kind of trending, what people are thinking. I don't want to get blindsided by quiet quitting, right? I don't want to wait to notice that a bunch of people are not actually working anymore and just kind of waiting to be fired. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it, I guess. You just have to kind of show an interest, and the almighty algorithm will keep feeding you whatever you tell it you want to see, I guess.
You got about 15 minutes left.
I'm working on it. I just plugged in my Ethernet.
Yeah, that's the most important thing to be putting in the computer right now.
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I have to do it in here because it's a pass-through. I don't even know where the Ethernet comes out.
Yeah, we'll find it later, I guess. Do you want another one?
I don't know where I'm going to put this RGB doodad because I don't want to see it through the top. But it's got this mess of cables on it. Maybe I could just stick it over onto the other side. Here, would you guys mind taking this? Plus, there's my mounting hardware. All right, see you later.
You want one of these?
Cool, thanks. I mean, yeah. Ooh, a cable tie. LTTstore.com. Reasonably priced, very well reviewed. People love our cable ties. In fact, pretty much everything on the store is like 4.5 stars or better. Let's say 4.3 stars or better. I don't want to falsely represent anything. All right, Dan, hit me.
Sure thing. Let's get back to it here.
I'm not making this better.
What is the largest bottle size you'd like to make before you stop making even bigger bottle sizes?
I think we're done at 64 ounce. I think that's quite large. I think that's enough large.
I mean, you could make one the size of those, like, workplace water cooler bottles.
Yeah, I mean, we could. I think if it was a vacuum insulated one like the rest of them, it would weigh a flippin' ton.
You could put a handle on each side.
I'd say something more likely for you to see from us would be some kind of like modular water bottle system. What that means, I will allow you to imagine.
That hurts my brain.
Here's a fan extension. Where did this come from? Uh-oh. Hopefully not from these. Okay. Okay, so CPU fan. Right, this. Okay, good. I've got my radiator fans installed. I've got my pump RPM monitor installed. I've got these cables, oh boy, getting frazzled here. I've got these tubes installed. I've got this jammed in here. All my RGB is hooked up. We are making progress here, guys. Okay, 24-pin extension goes in now. Ooh, these are really nice cables. Wow, are those ever flexible. Whoa. That's sick. And all it cost me was everything.
Did those power cables come with the system?
It seems like they come with the system.
Are those? They look like silicon wire.
I've got, yeah, these are.
Damn.
Yeah, these must. You're probably right. These must be silicone insulation on them.
Yeah, that's what you're getting for your $4,000.
Wow.
I want all cables to be that. I love that stuff.
Those are so nice. I don't have an extension for the 8-pin because it seems like that's close enough to the power supply that I won't need it. But what I do need is this little daughter board. Adam, can I trouble you? This motherboard has this super funky little, here it is, little daughter board that hooks up to it with 2 USB-C connectors. And then off of those 2 USB-Cs, you get apparently enough pins for SATA, dual USB 2, and the front panel I/O. Hopefully you got close enough to that, Andy, because I am running out of time. I have 13 minutes to finish this build. Dan, hit me again.
Sure thing. Do you think the recent problems with AMD X3D and 7900 XTX overheating will be a growing trend, or will we see them double down on quality assurance and quality control and working with partners to limit launch issues?
That's really hard to say. And the reason for that is that we are headed into, I mean, this is always kind of the case with cutting edge technology, right? But we are headed into really unproven territory, right? Like this is uncharted. These new process nodes that are so small that the rules of physics as we knew them before are no longer applicable, right? So no, I don't think that we are headed into greater reliability, but I also have a certain amount of trust in the quality control of AMD and Intel. I mean, the fact that they managed to create these products at all, I think, is a truly impressive, a truly impressive show of their engineering prowess. I think the fact that we haven't seen more of it gives me some faith, but that's all it is, faith. I have no actual factual evidence to support a theory that they will, continue to do a great job of this engineering and manage to make these products reliable at all. No, maybe things will get worse. We have no way of knowing. That's why I always encourage people not to be fanboys or fangirls or fan whatever, right? Because everyone can make a mistake. Intel's had duds, AMD's had duds. Hard drive manufacturers were a big one for a long time, where there are some general trend lines that you can follow, where some hard drive manufacturers have a tendency to be more reliable than others. But you can see from the data from Backblaze, anyone can make a stinker. And a lot of the time, the reliability evaluation that they're doing on these products is based on extrapolated data, because they're not actually testing a product for 5 years to see how it does over 5 years. They don't have 5 years in the product development cycle. So knowing that, we know that everything's kind of the best guess, and we just hope that the people guessing are a lot smarter than us, and sometimes they are, and sometimes they are, but they make a mistake.
You have 10 minutes and you have not installed a monitor yet.
I am doing my best, okay? I am installing my front panel headers, Adam. Dan, you want to hit me?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Let's get back
Installing
in
my
here.
power LED.
That's very important, yeah.
Sticks up so far from this motherboard. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, having the RGB is probably a requirement. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I can't exactly say I built it in the same amount of time as them if I don't include the RGB.
No. Right now, I'm curious about sustainability and green solutions, products from bio-waste, solid-state batteries, thermal battery fusion, etc. Any new sustainable or green developments that stand out to you?
Oh, wow, man. I mean, you mentioned a huge one. I would love to see... Wait. Did I have to plug in this extension at all? Are you kidding me? This reaches just fine. It's right here. Here's my front... You know what? I'm leaving the extension. I don't even care. Wait, what? Power LED, yeah, power LED, there, fine. Yeah, solid state batteries look like they're gonna be a really big one. Not just solid state, but any battery technology that's less reliant on some of these really, really awful metals that they're mining to build current packs right now. That would be great, thanks. I'd love to see solar finally make sense anywhere other than like Texas, places that you don't necessarily get sun all year round. But right now it's just not efficient enough to make a ton of sense, especially here in the wet here on the wet coast, where we get more rain than sun. Yeah, really anything to do with sustainable energy. Okay, my front USB goes here. Oh, am I gonna? Oh. Okay, how does this thing plug in? Oh, good, another RGB header. I have 5 RGB plugs in this system. That is wild. And I'm not even done yet. I don't think. Maybe I am. This one's daisy chainable. How does this go on? Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. Cool. So it just goes on like that. And then that goes like that. Hey, awesome. And then this, I'll plug into my RGB hub there. It's nice that they include an RGB hub. Although, again, for the price. Yeah, that's sort of bare minimum. Anywho. Okay. Cool. This is more progress than it probably feels like, guys. I've got all my front panel fidgety stuff, or finicky stuff hooked up. I don't see anywhere to plug in my front panel audio, to be honest with you. I don't know how that works on this motherboard. Adam, does this motherboard have front panel audio? Do you know?
It better. It's
I mean,
is it in the same weird spot?
I would think so.
Where it's like on the
I super duper don't see it. That's
like
USB.
Here?
Nope, nothing there.
Before. Do you think that maybe they included some sort of like paper that had information on it that would tell us where things are?
Oh my. Like, so you're gonna be like that. So you're gonna be like that.
I'm just wondering if maybe they did. Oh, I see you found it.
Yes, I was using the manual before. Thank you very much. This guy. Internal I/O. It says front panel header. No. No, sir. I don't believe this has front panel audio.
Oh, you know what it is? It comes with a USB DAC.
Oh.
So this is your audio interface for them.
Really?
We lost something in the case. Well, that's cool.
Thankfully, I have the LTT source screwdriver complete with strong magnet. There's your screw.
It's interesting that that was with that bag.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
So
see you later.
See you later, buddy. Cool. This is great progress.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Look. I
just want to give you the most information
Pick
possible.
up the pace.
Look how few things are on that table still, though.
Yeah,
Okay,
like the
there's-
whole GPU.
You got a monitor, you got a pair of headphones, you've got a GPU,
Okay, well,
You
you got some more
the
fans
power
to put in,
supply.
power supply, you gotta
Okay.
do the entire power supply
Headphones.
routing.
if you want to do more than criticize, you could
That's all we're
unbox the
good at.
monitor. That should have been done already. Our policy for live streams is no cases in boxes, no monitors in boxes. Unboxing monitors and cases contributes absolutely nothing to live content, which is really funny because unboxing monitors and cases used to be pretty much the lifeblood of the channel.
How far we've fallen.
How things change. Far we've fallen?
Start shooting outside again.
That's not fair. I mean, I'm down.
Park bench, let's go.
I'm down.
It's so nice out today.
Working around the lousy weather in Vancouver, though, was a real challenge. That's why, if you watched the videos back in the old days, you would often see that without any wardrobe or set changes, that is to say, I was wearing the same clothes in the same place, we'd upload 4, 5, 6, 8 videos in a row. Yeah, not an accident. That's because I had a nice day outside and I was able to take advantage of it. All right, we've got return of these thumb screws here to remove what appears to be a little cooling shroud. All right, yep, that's more molded parts. That definitely contributed to the cost of this thing. Hey, there it is. Made in Finland. Unevn. Okay. Our SFX power supply. This is an 1100 watt power supply? I mean, I guess if we got 3,600 bucks to spend on our desk, we can afford this. Sure. I could pull this bracket out, but I don't have to because I have a prototype stubby version of the LTT screwdriver. Yes. So excited. Chance to use it. Come on. Come on out, little buddy. That's what I call him. I call him my little buddy. There he is. Whee! So cute. I think the team is still trying to launch this around the LTX timeframe. That would be kind of amazing because they also have some like new colors and stuff that they're trying to launch of the full-sized one. Or wait, have we talked about that before? Maybe.
A little bit.
Either way, check this out. Stubby screwdriver, here we go.
Does that have an injection molded handle, or is it still a prototype?
No, this is a 3D printed handle. We just have way better 3D printers now, so we can build fully functioning prototypes just with 3D printed hardware.
And it's nylon too, right? Same material as the screwdriver.
Freaking awesome.
Incredible.
That is how we do it. Can start the screw with the ratchet because of the low back force. All right, get in there. Get in there, buddy. Hey, awesome. Hit me, Dan.
1 minute.
No. This will be the longest minute ever. You'll see.
Adam, unplug the clock. Okay, let's see what we got here. A few weeks ago, you talked about upcycling products like putting old electronics in resin as coasters. Wouldn't this make the resulting product virtually unrecyclable? What are your thoughts?
That's a really good point. The resin one, I have to confess to you, that had not occurred to me. I mean, our goal was to just keep it out of the landfill, not so much necessarily worry about if there was a way for it to ultimately not end up in the landfill. I mean, I can tell you that recycling is, in many cases, not as efficient or eco-friendly as you might hope that it is. So it's not necessarily better. If we can just keep it out of recycling or refuse, that might be better. And if it's something that could be used, almost forever, like a coaster. Coaster never goes bad. I see that as a pretty okay compromise. But we
Time's
do
up.
have. Sorry?
Time's up.
Oh, well, all right. Okay, so I couldn't do it in an hour. What do you want?
Did my best, okay? I also had to entertain the people.
That's okay. One of the other products we're working on, in a similar vein, is like an upcycled CPU fidget spinner toy. And that, I don't think, would prevent it from being recycled in a conventional means. So that's definitely something that we could keep in mind as we develop new ideas. Whether we actually ever manage to launch any of those products, I mean, I don't know. We've wanted to do it for a long time, and it's taken this long, and we still haven't launched anything. So who knows whether it ever even sees the light of day. But that's definitely something that we can try to keep in mind. Okay, maybe this could go here. It's like, my stock 24 pin is too short to reach. But this extension is so long that it's kind of ridiculous. I think I could, I don't know, like it's just all wasted. Oh, I can't get it in. Okay. Wow, that's a really tight fit. You know what? I think I'm gonna take up this slack on the other side here. I don't like seeing all that slack in my windowed compartment.
Yeah, we're a Teams office.
A Teams
We
office?
hate Slack.
Yeah, okay, sure, thank you for that. Someone ding the bell. Where's the bell?
I wanted to add another one, but I don't know.
Check, please.
Jack, please.
Okay.
It's okay. I use both. Wonk.
Oh, how is this gonna work? Any cable management I do in here. Ow! Bit me. Any cable management I do in here needs to not interfere with this mechanism. Oh, you know what? No. They've actually done a pretty darn good job of keeping that clear. As long as I can stuff all my cable mess in here, I think we're good to go. There's a little cover here that sits and keeps this from bothering my cables. Okay, good. That's really good news. Let's go ahead and do our 8-pin CPU power connector. Where are you at, buddy? Oh, up here maybe. Hit me, Dan.
Sure thing. Hey, Linus, longtime fan of the channel. What has been one of the hardest videos to shoot?
Oh, it sounded like you were going to keep talking there.
No.
One of the hardest videos to shoot. Man, I'd say that April Fool's video was pretty challenging. That was, well, not challenging for me necessarily. The team did an amazing job of lining everything up. I've got to especially, not just Riley, but I've got to especially give Riley kudos for that. He and Jacob from the Linked team did an amazing job. They had a lot of help as well. But yeah, shout out those guys for making it fairly painless on my part. For me, I'd say some of the most grueling were definitely the early build guides, because back then, actually the first one and probably the first ones, I think maybe the first two were not scripted at all. So if I screwed up even the smallest thing, I had to do the whole thing kind of from memory. And I believe I built, so I changed the way I did build guides a lot of times. In the beginning, I would talk about what I was about to do, and then I would do it. Or no, I don't remember. Either way, the two ways that I've done it in the past are either I talk about what I'm about to do, and then I do it and we get B-roll, or I do it and we get B-roll, and then I talk about what I did. So whichever one it was that I started with was harder. That was worse because I had to, and especially when I wasn't scripting them, I had to remember absolutely everything. And if I didn't remember absolutely everything, I would ultimately end up having to go back and redo it, which was a nightmare. So I'd say a lot of the early build guides were really challenging. You know what? There's an obvious answer here. Even though it wasn't a ton of work for me, by far the most grueling video that we've ever created is how to build a PC, the last guide you'll ever need. That's the one. Yeah, Andy behind the camera nodding his head. That was a full team effort, just about killed us, just about got canned multiple times during the production of it. Count the shots. You know, if you're ever like bored or high and looking for something to do, okay? Count the shots in that video. It's mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing, because we set out not just to show how to build a PC, we set out to show how to build every permutation of a PC. I think what we'll probably end up doing, even though that video's got 7, 8 million views or something already, like at least it worked. It was a bit of a slow burn. Like when it first got released, some of the people who worked on it expressed some dissatisfaction with, you know, how challenging that process was and how unrewarding it felt after all that time, and you know, not feeling like it was a huge success. And I kind of went, hey, just chill. How to build a PC is not the kind of thing that the regular audience needs to know. How to build a PC is the kind of thing that the YouTube audience, who needs to know how to build a PC, is going to find. This is going to be a slow burn. Trust me, bro. And I was right. It's done really, really well in the longer term, and I think everyone who worked on it is feeling pretty validated at this point. But I think that you're probably, because of how much work it was, you're probably likely to see us milk it even more in the longer term. And I think one of the ways that we'll do that is once enough things change, I could see us going back and doing V2, where we reuse the vast majority of the footage from the original, and we more like amend it to add the AM5 socket, for example, or Intel's upcoming Meteor Lake socket, or whatever the case may be. This is interesting. This RTX 4090 doesn't make it all the way down to the screw down hole. Ooh, oh, there it goes. Sure. I don't know. I also have some concerns about whether I'm going to have enough PCIe connectors here. I think I might have enough coming off the power supply.
We got adapter.
But I certainly don't have enough of these extensions. Wait for it. Oh, shoot.
I'm waiting.
This happened on our last live stream. So here's the thing. Yeah, but I don't have enough 8-pins. No.
Just a 12 volt?
That's the thing.
Oh, it's the
wrong
wait.
No, this is the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
oh, this power supply has the new, okay. There's a version of this 12-pin connector that is only 12 pins that doesn't have the additional 4 pins. So really, even though only 12 of them are involved in power delivery, this is more like a 16-pin connector.
This is the other one.
That no, I don't want that.
But you want to just, I was just giving you an example.
Oh, well, yeah, the problem is just that I don't have enough extensions for this one.
Sorry.
I'd need 4 extensions. Is that an extension? Oh.
It's a long one.
This is not an extension.
I don't have an extension.
Oh.
I don't know if we have any extensions of the 12.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, we ran into an issue on our last stream where we were using a 12-pin one that didn't have the additional 4 sense pins, and it wasn't working. And I blanked on it. I was like, oh, this should be working. But 40 series wants the sense pins, and that one would only work on a 30 series card. Thank you, Nvidia, for your proprietary, stupid power connector. I mean, it's probably not stupid. I'm sure the engineers who designed it, who are much smarter than me, did a really good job or whatever. But it's inconvenient from an intercompatibility standpoint to have this power connector that only Nvidia uses. I'm really glad that I can run just one cable though. That's certainly convenient for a build like this. Look at that. That's, actually don't look that closely at that. That is not the world's greatest cable management. Man, I went and I raved about how amazing the quality of these extensions was, and I barely got to use any of them. I only used the 24 pin and I mostly hid it away. All right, well, that's fine. I mean, the more cables we can hide, the better, right? Oh boy. I mean, yeah, kind of, no, that really doesn't work. I really don't like this. Hold on, one sec. Dan, hit me.
Sure thing. Do you think the technology industry should chill out and start releasing stuff less frequently? Do we really need a new generation of CPUs and GPUs and phones every single year?
That's a good question. I don't want to see iteration for the sake of iteration, but the flip side of that is you're going to ask me, a tech enthusiast, if I want to see less progress? And I'm going to be like, no. So that's tough. I mean, if we can build a better thing, why wouldn't we build a better thing? The better thing will be more useful for more longer, theoretically, right?
Would you trade?
We'll use less power. We'll do more performance with the same power. You know, whatever the new design goals are, right?
Would you trade like fewer releases but more progress? So like if it's 2 years between releases, but the gaps end up being bigger because they're not wasting all these resources to release a product that's just a half step.
Well, see, that's a good question too, but the thing is that a lot of product development in the tech industry is very iterative. So they take steps, and every step that is feasible to productize, they do, and they take that money that they make on that step and they put it into another step. That's a circle of tech life, right? And so in theory, yeah, it'd be great to take bigger steps, and if we don't have to do them so frequently, so we can have a more, a more chill, relaxed upgrade cycle. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's good. But the thing is that you also got to take responsibility for the part that you play in this. Just because an upgrade cycle is there doesn't mean that you have to buy it. You can just not. So you can create your own bigger jumps less frequently if that's what you desire. Nothing prevents you from doing that. And that's what most people do. I mean, I forget what the most common upgrade cycle is for a desktop, but it's like 4 or 6 years or something like that. Very few people are out there going, oh, Ryzen 7000 just launched. I need to throw my Ryzen 5000 in the garbage and get a new one. And it's always funny to me because you'll particularly see it in the tech press, right? You'll have reviewers talking about upgrading your last gen product. It's like, that's not what people are doing. People are upgrading their several generation old product. Maybe. They're thinking about it. Anyone who has a last gen product, unless they evaluate this stuff for a living, is not even remotely interested in upgrading immediately after they just bought something. That's like, it's like a car reviewer saying, oh, here's the new Golf, whatever. So those of you who have the last year's Golf, or if you're looking to upgrade, here's what you can look for. What? No? No, people upgrade on a cycle, and with a car, it's going to be more like 5 or 10 years, 15 years even. So I say you are the master of your own destiny. And don't do anything just because you felt pressured by YouTubers building sick esports gaming machines or on stream or whatever in desk cases that cost $3,600. You don't have to buy any of that stuff. You especially don't have to buy a desk case that costs $3,600. Dan, hit me.
Sure thing. Hey, Linus, been watching LTT roasts videos lately, and I've been thinking, how about a YouTube or Floatplane subscribers roast LTT? And I'm not talking about mean comments, but like video roasts from subscribers.
Video roasts? So we roast their videos?
No, I think they roast you. They send in videos, and we compile them into a roast.
Me. How do I say this in the most respectful possible way? Most people aren't very good on camera. Some of you are amazing and have blown us away with your personalities and your creativity and just, oh man, just incredible. Most people are not very good on camera though. And so what we do whenever we do any kind of video entry contest or event or anything like that is we create a lot of work for ourselves. I still remember back when the channel was much smaller. Did it even have 100,000 subscribers? I'm not sure. But I did this competition called Unbox Yourself. And I intentionally limited the video length to, I think, 30 seconds, with the goal being that I wouldn't spend too much time watching these entries, because back then I had to watch all this stuff personally. I didn't have like anyone to do that for me or anything like that. And they were great. A lot of my favorites have since been pulled off the platform, which is really unfortunate. I wish I'd archived them because they were so cool. But what I realized back then even was that it was just not feasible. What I realized was most of them sucked. And it was just not feasible to watch video entries from people from the community. There's just too many, and there's a lot of garbage to sift through, so it's really challenging. I think that's the unfortunate reality for this particular suggestion. It's a really cool idea, but like so many really cool ideas, once it makes its way into the real world, it just kind of falls apart.
Yeah,
Hey, Dan.
They can just stick to roasting us in the comments.
Yeah, the comments are fine.
Yeah,
you can always roast us in the comments. we do read them. So
Yes, we do.
yeah, if you want to hurt our feelings, YouTube comments are the best place to do it.
You heard it here first, folks. Okay, let's see. What are your top upgrades you'd like to see for the next Stream Deck? OLED, better battery.
Well, what, you're going to go answer the question for me?
Hold on.
OLED.
Hold on, he said Stream Deck.
No, Steam Deck. It's got to be Steam Deck. Yeah.
It has an
wait,
R in
Stream
it.
Deck.
It has an R in it.
Oh, I don't.
He
want an
definitely
OLED
no.
in a
It says Steam Deck later. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want it to have OLED, battery management, bigger screen? What can a Steam Deck competitor do to get an edge over Valve?
Yeah, I mean, I think that ASUS has done a really great job of identifying the key weaknesses of the Steam Deck. The ROG Ally is smaller. It's got a high refresh rate display, which is, oh man, it's so great. Like playing a game like Hollow Knight at 120 hertz. Honestly, I would rather stream Hollow Knight, like using Moonlight or something like that, or Steam Link, the Steam Link app. I would rather stream over my network at 120 frames per second than play locally at 60. Honestly, Scout's honor. It's just so much of a better experience. An OLED display would be colossal for me. I love that high contrast look that you get with OLED. Better battery life is, that's a tough one, right? Because I think the obvious answer to better battery life is to just, let's flip on this power supply switch before we close. Oh, it doesn't have one. Okay, so it's on as soon as it's on. That's a tough one, right? Because one way to do that is to just huck a bigger battery in it, but that's not necessarily the right solution, because a bigger battery is going to be a double-edged sword. It's going to make it heavier. And that was something that I really noticed with the Logitech, what's it called? The G Cloud? Is that what Logitech's little streaming only thing is called?
G Cloud.
Yeah, the G Cloud. Was, man, I did not miss the weight of the Steam Deck. it made a way bigger difference than I expected. So I don't necessarily just want a gigantic battery in my device, especially after having that experience. So I'd like to see better battery life, but I'm sort of open when it comes to exactly how they do it. Can this go in, please? Hello? Ow. Ah, bit me. There. Okay. I think this used one of these funky thumb screws. Hey, I'm making progress.
You're doing great.
Yeah,
You're
thanks.
only 20 minutes over time.
Hey, look. I'm doing great. I'm taking that first thing you said and I'm running with it. I don't know if I'm doing a better job than them. This is not, I wouldn't describe this as easy to build in. So far it's pretty okay, but I'm coming at this as someone who's built at least 100 PCs. I don't know how many exactly. Dan, hit me again.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Let's see.
Okay, Andy? I plugged in the PCIe riser.
Hold on, let's cut to
Like
that
if I
overhead.
close
See
this,
how
what's
you
gonna,
look.
buh. I do not like that water tube that just gets mashed down like that.
Fuck.
Yeah, this block causes a lot of complications because you would be able to wrap it.
Really?
Like you could just wrap it around. Like that's,
You say that as the person who chose this block for me.
yeah.
So who would?
Wrap it.
Oh no. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna kind of just mash it. Oh, can I get this between the RAM and the thing? Oh, okay. This is one of those do as I say, not as I do moments.
a lot of pressure
I'm
you're
not gonna
putting
say
on
to
this
do that. Don't.
Do you want some like duct tape or something?
Ooh. Okay.
You get it around the
The
other side of the mobile. That's actually pretty.
I'm just
that's
gonna.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Sure. Yeah. Whew. You want to get a close up of that, Andy? It's pretty sketch. It's in there. Yeah. It's kind of in there. Yeah. That's no problem. All right, Dan, hit me.
Yeah, that looks perfect there, bud. Okay, let's see. Hey guys, long-time watcher. Have you or do you ever plan on messing with Nvidia grid setups?
Yeah, I'd love to. But the issue with messing around with a grid setup is that NVIDIA's not going to just send that to us to play with. So we would have to buy it. And if we're going to buy it, well, that's way outside of our individual video budget. We couldn't possibly hope to make that kind of money or anything even close to it off of a single video. So we can't buy it for a video. So we'd have to have a legitimate use for it. And the reality of it is that we just don't have a legitimate use for that. So it's a cool idea, but a cool idea that I just don't think is happening. What have we gone with for our monitor here? Is this the 240 hertz OLED?
It is. It's the brand spanking new one from LG.
Wow. That's pretty sick. All right. I mean, can't complain about that. What I could complain about is the situation for setting up the mount here. Do I just have to, lift this thing up and then kind of, oh wait, no, here's an idea. Okay, yeah, we go this way. Cool. Don't worry, I got this. I promise not to drop this monitor.
Okay. Listen,
Okay.
I'm not going to be mad about it if it breaks.
The orientation that I need to eventually land in is this, right? Because it needs to go like this, it needs to come up and it needs to be like that. So this is the bottom, which means that I need it to be like this, like that, if I want to do this. No, that is simply not going to work. Okay.
Just need to bring it.
Nope, I got this. I don't even need any help. I can do this in under an hour.
This is what it's like every morning when we wait for you to get into the office.
Oh yeah, I'll be there at 9.
Yeah.
This meeting will only take 20 minutes.
When did I ever claim I'd be somewhere at 9? No one's ever gotten me on the record saying I'll be somewhere at 9. Look, you guys might be judging me right now, but here's the thing. Whenever I show up at 9, they're not ready for me.
Yeah.
So I just end up staying late anyway. So if I have to stay late anyway, then I might as well do emails or take care of some stuff at home first and then come in.
And it is kind of nice to have like a half hour to an hour without you around.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. That's okay. I never see you anyway.
It was funny. James was going through, James was giving me a particularly hard time about me not being in early enough. So I had a week where I came in like very, very on time. And every single time, they weren't ready for me. And I was like, okay, so are you going to keep giving me a hard time about this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that happening exactly just like that. Yeah.
Yep, it is what it is. I mean, the thing is, like, there's a lot of moving pieces. And back to what I was saying earlier about how video production is really expensive. It's because there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot to coordinate, and there's no such thing as being completely ready. I think we can continue to improve. There's always things that you can do to try and do better every day, right? But it's almost never ready to go first thing in the morning, and I understand that. So it's easier for me to just get some other stuff done. That's all. Okay. DisplayPort. You know what? Yeah, okay, fine. I didn't finish in an hour, but we are at what? An hour and 24 minutes? I'm close. I'm close. Let's try out this mechanism here. So what are we looking? Ooh. Ooh. Boy! Okay. Just give it a little. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's supposed to fit. Dimensions technically.
Okay.
They have a list of approved monitors.
Yeah. This one is not approved?
No.
Yeah, I can
It's a
see
little
why.
too new.
I think the issue with this one. I think the issue with this one is that the I/O comes off the rear. So even though this is a right-angle DisplayPort cable, it's interfering with this bottom piece. And the funny thing about this bottom piece is it totally doesn't have to be here. See, this is just sitting here. So I think what we could probably do is make a little cutout where this DisplayPort cable lands, and I bet we could make this one work.
Can you not just unplug the DisplayPort cable temporarily while you put it away?
You could also unplug it, I guess, but that's not the whole idea of the product, Dan.
That makes sense.
The whole idea of the product is it's grab and go.
Yeah, just push down on
Push
that.
it down, jeez,
Andy,
man.
do you want to just
No,
sit
that's
on
what's
the
good
corner?
about OLEDs. They're really robust. You just kind of,
Yeah, especially the glass on the front of it.
yeah.
I love this.
No,
this is great.
I'm just messing with you guys. There's a recess in the top. Even though it's not perfect and it doesn't really fit, it's not actually contacting the panel itself, I don't think.
It really might be. Like
Yeah, it's touching it. Yeah, it's touching it. I can confirm it's touching it. Cool. There you go.
Do you have power plugged into
All
it too?
right. No, I do not have power for my monitor yet, but I will
That's behind.
very soon.
It's behind you.
I got two. What? No, these are the power plugs that were in there.
No, LG's always
LG.
different.
Oh no. Oh. Okay. Where the devil are you supposed to put a brick? I hope they thought of this. Let's see if we can figure this out. What?
If you pull it back
No,
a little
no, no,
bit.
no, I got this, I got this, I got this. Don't even trip, dog.
Okay.
Don't even trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Power brick. Wow. Well, you know what? This spot kind of looks like a little hidey hole. Maybe I could go in here? No. Where do the cables come? Oh, interesting. There's like a little power box here. Now I assumed this back thing was for cable management and whatnot earlier, but I never really confirmulated that.
I don't know where this cable goes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to work out. Here, Andy, come on over here for a sec.
Before we do that.
No, this side. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Andy. Here you go. There you go. There you go, Andy. Oh, sorry. Okay, so what we're looking at here is our Ethernet pass-through. That's the cable I plugged in earlier, and a power pass-through. And what I'm imagining is this power pass-through goes to a splitter of some sort. But the challenge is that I don't see where it comes out on the inside. Oh, do you have a Torx driver? Oh wait, I have a Torx driver. Oh wait, no, I have a hex driver. I lied. No Torx driver. May I have a Torx driver, please? Maybe if I open up this power box, that will help. Thank you. This looks about right. Oh, that sure isn't it. Oh, I put that back in the wrong spot. Very, very triggered by that. So I won't do that to someone else. Yep, there we go. Got it. Okay, Andy, you go back on the other side. Sorry. Dan, hit me.
Sure thing. Hi, LTT. Have you ever considered a Stack Overflow style previously asked questions check to reduce duplicate questions on merch messages? And then he immediately asks, will the Constellation Tea ever come back? Love your content.
Will the what ever come back?
The Constellation Tea.
Good question. Okay, first up, yes, we have considered that. His name is Dan.
Hello.
No, in all seriousness, we're going to be building a new flow for merch messages that allows them to be sort of passed through to our customer care team, who the hope is they would create a kind of knowledge base of some sort.
That's also already implemented.
That's already implemented.
So I have a new button that I can send to support. And a
cool.
ticket gets created directly, and they get an email, and they get your email, and they should be able to respond if there's something that I can't answer, and that's not really a question or needs more involved answers. There's also a follow-up button. So if you see, we'll follow up with you, I get a list of those at the end of the show, and then we'll distribute those to who needs to answer them more directly or with a longer answer.
Super cool. There you go. The system works. What the heck is this? Do you know about this already?
No.
I don't.
It should.
I don't see a place for this to go. What's really cool is it does have one of the little Mickey Mouse C whatever 11 or 6 or I forget what it is, C something. Yeah. It has one of the little Mickey Mouse connectors, so that goes right into my power brick here. That's awesome. That just comes off of a Y off that C13 input. But there is absolutely no possible way for me to put this thing back now that this is here.
Is there also a limit to the power brick size?
That is not happening. And then I am especially, hold on. Oh. I'm especially not going to be able to put this monitor back in place once that power brick is there. I think. Oh, maybe. No. No, I'd say that is suboptimal.
Yeah, and they have their power brick hidden.
How'd they hide their power brick? Okay, we're going to look at our reference one. We're going to look at the cheat sheet. I made it this far. That's pretty solid. Where'd their power? Oh, seriously?
This is their
no,
power.
they just stuffed it in here.
Well, this is running
look.
down.
Yeah, look, they just like crammed it in here.
Oh wow.
Can you see that, Andy?
We can unscrew it.
No, that's fine. See, look here. They just jammed this in here, and it just doesn't close anymore.
So not only is there a maximum thickness to your monitor, but there's a maximum power brick size.
Yeah, this power brick is way too big to do what they did. Like, that's not happening at all.
Depending on your monitor, you're gonna... Monitors that don't have the power brick in them, that don't have the power supply integrated, then
yeah.
That really narrows your options.
Wow, that's a downer and a half. Okay. Once this is in here... Oh, this is cool, though. Andy, you might have to come around to the back. Maybe come around this side. Do your best with it, Andy. Hey, it's nice to be too tall for a change instead of the other thing. Ouch. Okay. See, there's a little cable management majiggy here. And we can just take this guy, put him in here. All right. Pretty nice. And this can go over here. Man, sometimes I feel kind of bad, right? Because clearly a lot of development and a lot of hard work went into this product, but it is, oh shoot, where did that thumb screw go? Oh, nice. LTTstore.com. Anyway, it is not real easy to recommend. I mean, part of this is our own fault. We obviously made some configuration errors here, choosing a monitor that's not compatible with it, but I do also feel like at this kind of price premium, I would have expected a little bit more broad compatibility for monitors, especially when you factor in that they clearly know, because the one they sent us didn't have enough room in here for the power brick thing. So let's show you guys what this would look like if we tried to close it, now that it's fully configured in here. Okay, so we bring this down. Oh, shoot, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, there we go. Bring this down like that. And then the power brick is right there, right? So it's, yeah, it's sticking up well above this lip here. Like, it would need to come down about this much. See that? And it helps a little bit if it shoves down. Well, yeah, that's really not optimal. I mean, in an emergency, I'd say you could maybe make this work. I'd put maybe like a nice soft foam or something on top of here before I close it, and then it'll go down there. But I'm not a big fan. Okay, let's move on.
I was gonna say, if you remove this power supply filter, you probably, or vent, you probably squeeze it in there.
If I remove this vent, I'm just blowing heat out into this chamber though, which doesn't necessarily matter, I guess. I mean, this is an 1100 watt power supply. It's barely gonna be kicking out any heat at all. But even then, it's not gonna be a good fit because of the bulkiness of the cables coming off either end. It still doesn't fit here. And this cable is so short that you don't have a lot of options. All right, Dan, hit me with another.
I tried to talk into my phone. Okay, this is great. It's all going wrong.
Andy, can I help you?
I'm stuck.
Oh no.
Hold on,
Oh,
Andy.
we're having technical difficulties with Andy.
Okay. Adam, can I have that iFixit driver back, please?
It's right here.
Oh, all right, cool. Smooth Linus. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Linus and Dan. The ROG PG27 AQDM monitor you showed is awesome, but it can only do 1440p, 240 Hz, 10-bit HDR with DSC, as it does not have HDMI 2.1 or DisplayPort 2.0. How big is the impact of DSC? Is it worth it?
Display stream compression is not a big deal. I know there are purists who will tell you that it matters, and they're right. From a purist standpoint, it does matter. It does do something to image quality. But for you, having not met you and not knowing anything about you, I can still say fairly safely, for you, it is not going to be a major impact. And in fact, I would go as far as to say that you will not notice. I can't tell. I am a big nerd and look at this stuff all day, every day. And it's the kind of thing where you could absolutely contrive like a benchmark scenario where you can make it show up. But the benefits of the higher refresh rate, greater color depth, HDR are going to vastly outweigh any drawback that you're going to get from enabling display stream compression. It's a really cool technology. It's not lossless. I think that a big part of the negativity around it right now is that it was kind of promised to be lossless, and it's not. So people are kind of like, gotcha! But functionally, it's fairly lossless, so I can see why they said that. It's just, it goes to show you, you're better off under-promising and over-delivering. They should have said there's nominal loss, and then people would have been thrilled when they couldn't see it at all. But instead, they kind of said lossless, and then people kind of went, really? And we're disappointed. Hey, look at that. Look how fast I can install an SSD, though. Check that out. Come on, Andy, I'll show you again. Yep. Pop it out, Pop it in. Let me begin. I came to win. Battle me, that's a sin. There's a dated reference for you. Dan, hit me.
Sure. Would you ever consider doing home lab setup guides? For example, setting up a domain controller or similar, I think he's shaking his head, or hypervisors for novices and pros.
If you have a home lab, you know better than me at that point. That's kind of the whole point of a home lab, is it's a learning environment, right? So if you want to tinker around with it, hey, go for it. I think that we could potentially look at some great, home lab starter hardware, but that's our focus, is the hardware side. When it comes to software configuration of domain controllers or whatever else, that's not engaging content, and that's not something you're bound to see on LTT. I think that if we expanded into a more server-oriented channel in the future, or if we did more of a, I had really wanted to acquire the original NCIX Tech Tips channel, and my intention was to use it to do more like detail, step-by-step tutorials and guides. I thought that would be a really cool channel to build there, but we weren't able to make it happen. I said it was worth X. The owner said it was worth X plus a lot, and I basically went, good luck with that, and retracted my offer. Although I did technically say, I'll be back in a year with a lower offer, so maybe I'll try again. But if the owner didn't sell to me because they were insulted by my previous offer, they're certainly not going to be any less insulted by my new lower offer. You can't make people understand the worth of what they have. Try negotiating with someone on Craigslist who wants like greater than sticker price for some computer they built themselves. It's like, no, that's actually not how that works. The parts have depreciated. You assembling it does not add any value to it. But I'm trying to find the box for the screws for the case. It seems to have
the box for
wandered.
the screws for the case.
Mm-hmm. I'll take that, though.
Yeah.
Just like I'll take the segue to our sponsor, Sweetwater. When we need to upgrade our audio gear at LMG, we can count on the fine folks at Sweetwater to carry the latest and the greatest. From mics to headphones to sound mixers to preamps, it's over there. They've got it all. And if you're not sure what products suit your needs, you can use the comprehensive resources on their site to help guide you. Or you can speak to a Sweetwater sales engineer for personalized gear advice. So don't wait. Sound clearer, crisper, and cleaner with Sweetwater. I can't believe that they don't include sweeter, because who doesn't want to sound sweet? I certainly do. In all seriousness, though, guys, audio is such a black box. And having someone that sells the gear, but not just sells the gear, but will actually advise you, thank you. So yeah, check them out at the link down below. I think it's time for us to fire this up. I did commit a cardinal sin here. I closed it before verifying that it works, but hopefully we're in good shape. Oh, there's one feature I haven't shown off yet. There's a keyboard holder here. What? There you go. And I guess this is where the mouse goes.
Didn't it come with bags?
Sick. I mean, maybe, but I wouldn't put it in a bag. I would just put it in like that.
There's one more feature you haven't talked about.
Okay, what feature have I not talked about? Does it justify the price?
Woo! Look at that.
Oh, a headphone holder. Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah!
Every gamer needs one.
I mean, man, that'd be kind of a fun product. Do like a really sick headphone holder. Yeah, we should do a better headphone holder. That's what we'll call it. That'll be the product name, better headphone holder. You guys down? We down?
Sure, I'll take a cut.
All right,
Let's do it.
Cool. But whoa,
Yeah.
that's not what I said.
Just like 0.5% of all sales.
It's so generous of you to give him to 60% royalties, Linus.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, can I, yeah, either of, thank you. Oh, that was a bad throw. Cool, good catch. Okay, do we have a cloth? Kind of wipe this down, get it looking its best for its big. Is there really, wait, are you kidding me? I have to lift up the computer side to reach my front I/O? Well,
Yeah.
that's not really front I/O then, is it?
No.
That's inside I/O. Is this my power button?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's also your back I/O.
helps to plug in the thing. Do you want to plug in the case? Oh,
Do you want Ethernet?
yeah, sure. Let's get Ethernet. Oh, I got my handle down here. Oh, this is really useful. When you're under your desk cable managing and stuff, you got this handle down here. Remember the one I was using to carry it at the beginning? You can use that as an aid to lift yourself up. Oh, that's really great.
For all those cables.
That's worth $3,600. Okay. Oh. Oops, I missed something. Oh, cloth, nice. Right, I didn't plug in my GPU. It was a little awkward. Oh, how the devil am I gonna plug this in?
Prayers.
Okay, really? Oh, okay.
No, I think it comes
oh
out.
my goodness, it's really deep in there. Wow. That's what she said, all right. I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Hey, my prayers worked. Praying to Gordon Lightfoot.
Rest in peace.
Yep, indeed.
R.I.P.
He really listens, though. It's good he's there to help us from the other side now.
Chat's gonna be very confused.
I'm sorry?
There's gonna be like 10 Canadians in the chat. Who's gonna be
10
like,
Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Look, we do have famous Canadians, and now we have the number we had before -1, which is a bummer because he was a good one. That's basically the summary, I guess. Oh my goodness, I went and put my keyboard on this side, and I did my monitor, and I need this to get at my power. Really? That's not a good sign.
Yeah, that was nothing. That was no movement.
Yeah, that was full bad GBs right there.
This is the cable, and it goes to
The
here.
cable bone's connected to the.
Lit.
Is that lit? Oh yeah,
It's
it's
lit.
lit.
It's lit.
It's lit AF. Well, you don't need to keep following it because it's lit.
No, I was just, I don't know where I'm going.
So much for that Ethernet, though. Oh, you brought it over here. That was good. That was
It
perfect.
was in there.
The clip's broken. I see. This is bad. This is very bad.
Is it an I? Oh, there was the I.
Oh, was that loose?
Yeah.
Hey, where the crap is my RGB? Oh, the RAM lit up. Hello, buddy? Oh, shoot kebabs. No, I can fix this. Let's go. I didn't plug in SATA power to the RGB. Oh my goodness, if you need to lift up both of the... oh wow, seriously? So there's no way to lift up both of them?
We got, you can. I think you
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, just, oh, why is this not going forward?
It's because of the weight of the monitor. It's really tough to move it now.
And then now you can turn it enough that way. Oh my gosh.
That's
The other one
extremely-
opened better. I think it's because it's a 27-inch.
Oh no, this is in the way now. Because that interferes. This piece comes up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that works. Oh man. Okay. No, I can do this. I just need to get a SATA power connector.
Why is this guy just hanging out?
What did you just do?
I didn't, this is just hanging out.
What?
This is just hanging there.
Okay, unplug the desk. Sorry, did I not plug in the 12 or the 16 pin for the GPU? I thought I did.
You mustn't have.
Mustn't have.
You mustn't have.
Mustn't have. Okay. Uh-oh. Huh. Panic. And here I thought the RGB was my biggest concern, which it still is. Oh, whoops, no, it goes this way. What am I doing? I could have sworn I put this in. You know what? No, I don't remember doing that anymore. So I didn't. Okay. Oh no, how on earth am I gonna get a SATA connector over there? I wish I'd thought of this. Oh, this is a giant boatload of suck.
Because you just need to get this, you need to feed that through.
Well, no, this is already through. I just, I need to get it to this thing, somewhere that is aesthetically pleasing, ideally.
Well, it's kind of hidden from the window.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right, I got this one through. Okay.
hopefully it's oriented correctly.
Do you want me to swing?
Luck.
Yes.
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 Come on. Come on.
Get in there.
Ah, yes, good. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Not my finest work. Crap. Dan, stall them. Hit me with a merch message.
Okay. Are you planning on selling the cleanest desk?
No. We'd love to at some point, but it's really big and really heavy, and we don't have a ton of experience dealing with really big, really heavy things. So that's the sort of thing that we would need more experience dealing with before we wanted to try to tackle. I mean, if we could find a partner that wanted to do it with us or something like that, then we'd be open to something like that. You know, if they wanted like a co-marketing agreement or some kind of, you know, royalty agreement or something, I think we could probably find a way to make that work. But the issue is that every time we've talked to anyone about something like that, how do I put this without sounding like a greedy bastard? They just haven't offered enough to make it worth our time. That's been our experience. And so we just kind of say, no thanks, see you later. And that's it. New CPU installed. Here we go. I'm ready to be an esports. Oh shoot, what was this? Come off. This is a textured surface. Is the idea behind the surface of this thing that you don't need a mouse pad? Is that the idea? Because that's a bad idea.
I don't know if that's the idea.
It's going to be so full of skin
Yeah,
in like
this is
20
not.
minutes.
It kind of feels like they were going for like the folding table vibe.
Wow, at $3,600, I wouldn't recommend the folding table vibe, but they did definitely achieve it. It's got kind of a rough texture to it that is really easy to fill up with dead skin cells. You kind of see where I'm going with this? That will happen basically immediately. Not recommended. Could I just get a lovely desk pad from lttstore.com, please?
Yes.
Oh, did that water ever make its way back? I am dying. Oh, thank you. See, look, a tongue is dry. It's dry. You probably can't tell, but it's dry.
It's a good sound.
Look. Chug, 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 chug.
Let's go.
Chug, 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 chug.
You need the larger style of water bottle
He's
if you
going.
can go for that. Oh my God, he's not stopping.
Whew, that's better. I'd had like nothing to drink today. Okay.
I don't know what to do with this anymore.
And that is why I almost never use the 22 ounce anymore. It's just not enough. Because I'm the kind of person who just forgets to drink entirely until I'm like, oh man, I'm dying. Okay, what are we doing here?
Press
blah,
N.
blah, blah, blah. Press what now?
N.
Oh, sure. No. Is my battery dead?
It was working earlier. Oh, it just fell.
Does that have a function for the F keys?
Oh, wow. And if you needed anything, literally anything that wasn't wired, or that wasn't wireless, they don't even, oh, this is really, oh, this is something. From their front panel I/O, which is here, they don't have anywhere for it to go. What I'm looking for right now is like, oh, maybe it goes, you know, over this side here, and then it comes out cleverly here or something, but it...
Could you just use the middle as a channel?
No, there's no gap. Look at this. That's tight. So if I needed to charge my keyboard while I'm gaming, I wouldn't be able to. Okay.
You strap the Qi charger to the inside of the lid.
So here's what we need. I need a power bank and a USB micro B cable. What a stupid situation.
Where did my...
Dan, hit me.
Okay, I got one more here for you.
Sure.
Hey, can you make muscle tank tops? Really want to get buff in a tank top? Put an image of a water cooler pump in the front. Call it the Get Pumped tank.
If I was running Spencer's Gifts, yes. I don't think we're going to do that one, though. But thank you very much for the idea. That's really great.
We could plug in the monitor USB.
Yeah, we could plug in the monitor USB, I guess.
Thanks, chat. That was chat.
Sure, thanks, chat.
Smart chat. Thank you, chat.
I don't even think we have one of those USB 3B cables kicking around. Oh, do I have a micro B here, though? You know what? I think this is one. Nope, that's Type C. Come on, micro B.
I don't think.
Oh, I've got one. Yep. You know what? I bet I could get power off the monitor even if I don't have the hub plugged in.
We got micro.
You've got micro?
Yeah, but you can probably get power through the monitor.
Okay, hey, yeah, there we go. Okay. Where'd my Apple box go? Heck yeah. Ah. Ha! Nice. Nice. What a sleek and elegant setup. Okay, F1 to run setup. Nice. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Seriously? Is this one also? No, this isn't dead. Okay, I don't know why this isn't working. At any rate, advanced mode, F7, AI tweaker, up. Perfect. Memory profile loads just like that. And let's see if I can bring up my chat here. Whoop, whoop. How you doing, chat? Hey, Linus, would love to see more videos with Yvonne. Well, you're in luck because Yvonne's AMD Ultimate Tech upgrade is coming extremely soon. It's already shot, and we're hoping to have that uploaded probably within the next week or two. Super awesome. Also, if you'll settle for her sister, we uploaded the extras, the behind-the-scenes extras from the Esther build on Floatplane today. So you can check that out over on floatplane.com. Is this doing something here, buddy? Hello?
Why does this happen?
Oh, Calturn on Floatplane has a solution for the USB cable. It's called a Dremel.
Oh, that's not a real solution. Oh. Will not enable the new CPU. Oh, okay, let's try yes then. Cool. Love to see more videos with Yvonne. Oh, okay, the chat's not updating there right now. Let's pop out a new one. Boop. Yeah, you shouldn't have to Dremel a $3,600 desk. Exactly, says Magnus over in the Floatplane chat. 100% Magnus. If this thing was like my original guess, if it was $499, if it was budget, then you know what? I'm willing to overlook a lot of this stuff. Even if it was $599, $699, I'm willing to overlook a lot of these oversights. But as it is, this is an extremely small desk. I mean, this is it, right? Like a 10 keyless and an okay sized mousing area, that's it. If I'm a low sensitivity gamer, this is borderline for me.
I was wondering if maybe it was more for like companies to bring to events. Like say you're Nvidia, right? And you go, oh, we're gonna go to PAX East or whatever. Let's bring 5 of these. They're really easy for the event to set up. You just whip them out. No?
No, because the issue is that you've got this monitor not really packed carefully. It doesn't have any actual padding around it. And when things are, you never pack things for events in the trunk of your car. You pack them on pallets, right? And so what are you gonna do? You're gonna palletize like, what, 4 of these maybe? I mean, if you have an entire pallet of space, why don't you just have 4 towers and 4 monitors in their packing boxes?
Then ask for a table.
And ask for a folding table and put a tablecloth on it, right? Like this is.
Why isn't that working?
This is a solution in search of a problem, I think, if that's what they're going for.
Let's get you a grab and go mouse. Just give me a mouse that plugs in. I just need a mouse that plugs in. This is
cursed.
Adam, do you want to check
It's cursed, Adam.
the cable arm and see if there's channel for keyboard cables and things?
No. So I see what you're talking about right here, but it's not open to the front I/O.
Yeah,
So-
I think all of that just goes into the right-hand side, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
we can investigate here if we want.
Oh, okay. This is Type C only. Darn it. Oh, maybe I can get.
Do you need Type C?
No, it's not. It's not a power issue. I just don't really understand what's going on here. And then if I want to access my stupid front I/O, I have to. This is ridiculous.
Oh, there's a hole even closer to you. What about that one? Like right on the very front of that.
Oh, this little guy.
Yeah, what's that?
No, that goes into
It
the
doesn't.
left.
No, it doesn't go here.
It doesn't go into that chamber.
Oh wait, could we? Oh wait.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go. Hold on. Okay, we've got it,
User
folks.
error.
We've got it. Here we go.
Thanks, Floatplane Chat.
Thanks, Floatplane Chat. Okay, here's how it works. And if you're expecting it to be less stupid, it is less stupid, but it's still quite stupid. It goes here, and then you have to lift up the other side, which is great. And then it goes here, I think. And then this gets absolutely mangulated when you lower this. Okay. And this comes up. Okay.
I think I liked the Dremel idea more.
That's something. All right. And you could put maybe like 3 or 4 cables.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the limit's more further in here than it is there.
Yeah. Okay. It's better than nothing.
Wired mouse, do we have one?
What we had before.
Sweet.
No, hold on. Maybe this mouse will work. I plugged the receiver. Yeah, we're good. We're good on the mouse. I plugged it into a different USB port.
Cool.
Okay, let's play Cyberpunk. We got frame view. Let's go. Let's play some Cyberpunk. Yep, that's running at 240 hertz. Can hang out with chat for a little bit. Good job, everyone. I could see a use for these for a school esports team that doesn't have room or area dedicated to them and they move around.
But they also have $10,000 per computer.
Yeah. They also have this kind of money to spend. Sure thing. I'd love to go to your school because my school did not have that kind of money to spend on desks. It screams LAN party to me. Maybe small house living. Just slide her under the bed when not in use. Well, not in use, but like when is your computer so not in use that you slide it under the bed? And also, I mean, there's the fact that this was a 2-person thing to lift it up.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? Is Cyberpunk gonna launch at some point? Here we go. Cool. Dan, do you have any more merch messages?
Sure, I've got one more here.
Sure.
Thanks for the work you do. Question for Linus. Are you thinking of going 13th gen Intel or AMD for your next framework upgrade?
Ooh, I really want the AMD one, but it's not out yet. And 13th gen Intel is an option, and I'm kind of itching for an upgrade, mostly because I have some repairs to do to my machine that are unrelated to the motherboard. And if I'm going to have it all taken apart anyway, then I might as well go 13th gen is kind of what I'm thinking. But I mean, the 12th gen one is also serving me just fine, other than that I plugged in the EDP cable incorrectly, so sometimes the screen flickers, and I accidentally shattered my my fingerprint reader. Other than that, everything's great. Go Linus. Hello, Eula? What am I? Hello? What just happened? Oh, nothing ever works. I love it. It's great. This is fantastic. Cyberpunk 2 embarrassed to run on this. Yeah, hold on. I saw someone talking about, yeah, this is a really good point. People were talking about, oh, you could stow it away or you could use it if you're on the go or whatever else. For this kind of money, you could have your completely separate desktop that you didn't spend $3,600 on a desk case for, and you could spend $3,000 on a gaming laptop and take that around with you. Like it's.
Or just have another computer at wherever you need to go.
Oh, yeah. This is rough. Oh wait, Cyberpunk's not installed on here?
Yes, it is.
How sure are you?
Why is there? That's why the thing's on it.
I mean,
That's why it's on the. Jeez,
You might
my
have
words.
to point Steam to the
I
other
only
game directory.
I only see two drives. Whoops.
I don't know if if the T700 is initialized.
Oh, hey, here we go. Cool. Well, whatever your
the
4
4
terabyte
terabyte
drive
drive?
is.
Did we put? I don't think that SSD was 4 terabytes. Was it 4 terabytes?
Well, something is 4 terabytes.
That SSD is 4 terabytes.
Which one?
The SATA.
Oh, the
but
SATA
we're on the correct install because this is the same drive that we used. So just open Dead Space maybe. But Steam might just not be looking in the right spot.
What if I just do this? Going old school. Just launch the executable.
There we
Why
go.
Why not?
But don't you want to use
2004?
Red Launcher?
This window's pretty cool.
Let's
Yeah.
get a close
So that's neat. I like having a window into my desk. Come check it out, Andy. It's got a window. It comes with windows.
I got top down.
Oh, we got top down.
Oh, he's made
sick.
another dad
Okay.
joke.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Let me just get the monitor out of the way so that you can appreciate the window on my computer.
Well, I'm waiting for the.
How cool is that?
Hold on.
GPU fan to spin up?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the GPU fan to start.
Sick. Don't worry, that GPU fan's gonna spin.
Yeah, this-
Cyberpunk will make sure of it.
Oh, here we go.
That's wobbly.
Hey, wow, that's a wobbly fan on that $1,600 GPU. Good job, Nvidia. I don't think they can see it in the top down. Andy, you should get a shot of that. That's really, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I can't. It looks fine to me. Oh my God. How many times did you drop this one?
I didn't drop it ever. And you know it. Oh, crap. I hate it when this happens.
Alt-Enter?
Sorry?
Alt-Enter?
Nope.
No.
Really? Is there like a game settings dot stupid thing that I can, oh man. Okay, you know what you should do is if you can find, or if we can find a reference image for the Cyberpunk main menu, then we'll just, oh, what did I click? Oh, okay, credits. Well, it's not that one. And that was quit.
Just play Dead Space or something. Cyberpunk sucks.
What?
I don't like that game at all.
Why are you being such a hater?
Oh, I'm such a hater. It's
are you
just
being a hater?
it's a poor RPG with really pretty graphics. And
No,
Dead
you're
Space
being-
is a good horror game with really good
You're
graphics.
being a hater.
Steam's having a time, isn't it?
You know what it is that the library is not pointed at the correct place. Downloads. Why? Steam library folders. Here we go. All right, I'll just find it a new library folder. No, let me choose another location, you butt. Okay, program files, Steam, and then what is it? Just the Steam apps folder, I think. New Steam library folder must be empty.
No, you have to add one, not create one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it should just be the local.
Sure.
Choose the other drive. Why did you choose the C drive? Oh, because it was an option.
Because it's on the D drive. Cyberpunk is in the Steam folder of this other drive.
Huh.
So that's fine. I will just do this. Steam library and Steam apps.
Gen 5, let's go.
Paste.
Yeah, I want to see this Gen
Okay,
5.
yeah. Let's see how fast a Gen 5 SSD can copy all this data.
I've never seen a Gen 5.
All right. I mean, that's fast. That's pretty fast.
What are we getting?
2 point something gigabytes a second. Oh, she's down. She's down. Oh boy, we're down to 160. Oh, we're up to 2.1. Oh, and we're down to 500 megabytes a second. I mean, still, this is going really well. Why did I copy all these games? Why didn't I just do one? Why do I not think of these things?
So many questions.
I just want to see the game run. I just want to see the game run.
Do you have any more merch messages?
I got one more, I think.
All right, do it.
This might not be the place for this kind of question, but my face. Oh, yeah, get in there.
3.5 gigabytes a second. What the friggin' heck is going on here? That is very fast. can confirm very fast. And when it starts doing really, really, really little tiny files, it goes down. But man, when it gets those big files to dig its teeth into, that SSD rips. What is this one? The T700?
Maybe.
This is the Crucial, right?
It's one of the two. I thought we were booting into the Gigabyte one.
Huh. Well, I don't know. It's something. Cool. Either way, very fast. Okay, Dan, hit me.
Okay, here we go. My Facebook account was hacked and I can't access it anymore. Any ideas what I should do?
Stop using Facebook? Ooh. No, that's not very nice. I mean, obviously you want a real solution. The problem is that Facebook has literally no customer support for users. They don't have it. So there's not a whole lot you can do. You just have to create a new account, I guess, and start from scratch. That really sucks. Like, I'm sorry to hear that. I just don't really see an alternative. Can I help you?
I'm just interested in what the thermals are going to be like for
Oh,
the
like
GPU,
on the,
because
oh,
like
the GPU.
it's not a lot for that top fan, and that bottom fan's also not going much. Doesn't have much space after it, so.
So is there a reason you picked a 4090 for this?
Because big card, go fast, esports expensive.
He's so eloquent, isn't he? You're a writer here, right?
Yeah, I write videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For a living. Maybe not for long, but.
Okay, you know what? Let's play some Halo. Halo's done.
Download Halo.
Halo Infinite. Here we go. Steam library. Here we go. Preparing files for install. Allocating disk space. Come on, show me finding. Preloading complete. What? What? Seriously? 0%? What is it doing? Are you kidding me?
Is it downloading it?
Oh no, I know what happened. I know what happened. Manage, uninstall, uninstall. I didn't copy them into common. So, oh boy, let's see how it handles also doing another, oh no, it's a move operation, so it's fine. Oh no, but wait, it's uninstalling. It's not gonna find the one I just put in there and uninstall that too, is it? Uninstall busy.
I love this man.
Just do one thing and wait.
Exit Steam.
I can't do this anymore.
I quit, I've had enough.
Esports.
We're playing Univn Heaven benchmark, okay?
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Spider Solitaire.
No. No, guys, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Hello, Steve? Come back.
Linus, you killed it.
Please, Steve, come back. I need you.
It's still copying the files.
I'm gonna be stuck with Epic Games Store now. Why didn't I create a common folder? Hello, Steam? Oh my goodness. It's not coming back, guys. Steam is dead. Oh, we can kill it more though. Wait, if we kill it more better, maybe we can bring it back better than ever.
Yeah, you gotta close, I think it's web helpers or some of those.
Don't worry, we got this.
Just murdering all of them.
We're gonna close them all. Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Steam has been sufficiently murdered. Now we can bring it back to life.
We should download something to see if this has 2.5 gig or if the Ethernet's just 1 gig. Should give that a little look.
I'm not sure we have 10 gig to that.
It's 2.5 gig.
2.5 gig.
Yeah. But that's just it's just a cable. There's no logic in that.
No, it's just an extension.
Yeah. So as long as the extension is of reasonable quality, then it's fine. Oh my goodness. What? Wow. What is this trying to do? Okay, can I pause it? Yes. And then...
Is it trying to scan?
Okay, and then cut, and then put this back here. No, I got this. Okay. Halo. Okay, and then properties. No, it's manage. Here we go. Manage, uninstall. Okay. Come on. You can do it. No. Really? Oh, yes. Okay, we're good. Now I move all of these into common. And then
Probably restart Steam.
presto changeo. No, it can do it. It can do it. It can do it.
Okay.
We got this.
All right.
Preparing. Discovering existing files. Let's go. No problem. Taking its sweet time, though. Do you have any more merch messages?
Yeah, I got a couple here. Love your clothing, slowly replacing my whole closet with it. Curious, which handheld gaming PC would be the best one to get?
Right now, I can't answer that because the ROG Ally's official pricing hasn't been released. But if it's what the rumors seem to be indicating, it's looking like that's going to be an absolutely incredible option. Like, just incredible. The performance is much better, and not just the performance, but the experience is much better than the Steam Deck. Okay, not everything about it is better. The Steam Deck is more of a, okay, it's complicated. The Steam Deck's a console, and with that comes the strengths and weaknesses of a console, right? So the strength is that it's just pick up and go. Instant resume. Wow, amazing, right? But the drawback is that it only plays the games it plays. That's it. Well, sort of, except it's a Linux PC, so it's a console but on roids. Meanwhile, the ROG Ally is a Windows computer, so that comes with all the advantages of a Windows computer, like near infinite game compatibility, and not just games, software compatibility. You can run basically anything on it for Windows, but with the drawbacks of Windows, in that it's like, Windows. Windows. Why? You know, I'm playing like, what do you mean Windows Update? I'm on the bus. I'm busy. I'm playing my video game. But the fan is so quiet, and that's really cool. It is a much, much, much better experience in that sense. All right. Now we play the waiting game. What are we limited by here? Okay, we're 10% CPU. SSD's barely doing anything. This is something that I've always kind of struggled with. It's like my CPU's not doing anything, my disk isn't doing anything, my network's not doing anything, so why don't you just go faster?
Yeah, what is the computer doing? That's my merch message.
Yeah,
Nothing's happening, and then nothing's happening.
It's discovering existing files for Halo Infinite, okay?
How, if the CPU's not active?
I don't know when the Luxe version of the backpack will launch, and we haven't finalized the pricing, but it is coming, and we are pretty close to being ready to place our order. We actually got our materials testing report back from this company called Chima. So they did a bunch of abrasion testing and like strength testing and all this kind of durability testing for us, and it came in class 1 in every category that they tested. So that, combined with the experience I've had using it so far, where it basically just looks like new other than breaking in, kind of like, a leather wood, even though it's not cow leather, it's apple leather, means it's pretty much greenlit at this point. There's still some things we need to solve with respect to carabiners. I don't want this to ship with the ones that need to be recalled. I want this to ship with fixed ones. And then we've still got to figure out a couple little things. The dimensions of this pocket got kind of screwed up when we switched over to the Luxe, so it's got to be a bit bigger. This zipper's kind of like curved. I want that to be straight. So there's a few little things to fix, but then we're pretty much ready to place a PO. We just don't really know how many to order because it's not going to be cheap. People are asking, what's apple leather? It's leather made of apple. It's not like a crappy bonded product or anything like that. Like, it's shockingly strong. It's really cool. That's all I can really say about that. Will there be different color options? Would love a tan leather version. This one would be first. After that, all bets are off. Depends how this one goes. We could do all kinds of cool colors and stuff like that. I'd love to. The minimum order quantity for these is not wildly high, so it could be feasible, yeah. Someone asks, will there be a genuine leather version? I mean, anything's possible. Do you want to spend $2,000 on a backpack? It's not just the leather itself that's expensive, it's the working with leather that's expensive. I don't think you're gonna wanna buy a product like this and have it be machine sewn, because it's not gonna have the same kind of durability that hand sewn would with genuine leather, because it's really, really hard to work with. And if you were to hand sew a product like this, I think $2,000 would be optimistic. So, I mean, yeah, if you're into it, you know, sure, but no, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Yeah, there's all kinds of people are talking in YouTube chat about different kinds of leather. Mango leather, we've seen pineapple leather, this mushroom leather. Yeah, Yvonne has a sample of the Luxe backpack in mushroom leather that, other than being too stiff, like it's so stiff that trying to get your hand in and out of this zipper, the teeth of the zipper are like, as you put your arm into it, like the feel is really cool. It's not as close to cow's leather as this Apple one is, but it's really unique. It's really cool. Yes, Mr. Cagdus, I do look at YouTube chat every once in a very so rarely. It's just, it's moving at a reasonable rate right now, so I checked it out. JPA Jappers says, I'm a hobbyist leather crafter, and yeah, hand sewing that many seams is like multiple days of saddle stitching by hand. Yeah, it would be brutal. And it's not like you could just have monkeys doing it. You'd have to have craftspeople working on something like this. It would be so expensive. How close are we? We are 50% of the way through the second stage of verifying. But our disk usage is 540 megabytes a second, so at least that's something. Mind you, for our SSD, that's like 11% apparently. I have no idea how this is calculated, though. This active time 10%. As far as I can tell, it's just kind of nonsense. Black zippers. You know what? I kind of like the over-the-top, blingy silver zippers. I don't think I'm going to be convinced on this one. It'd be too stealthy. It'd be almost not, flashy enough, in my humble opinion. Put a real leather backpack on a payment plan and I'm in. Carl, no. If you need a payment plan to buy a backpack, you shouldn't buy that backpack. No, I refuse. I refuse to have a payment plan on our backpack. There's nothing I can do to stop people when they use just like the one what's that one that's baked into Edge now or whatever? Does anyone remember?
The what now?
There's that, it's like Pay Later or something like that. I forget what it's called.
I don't know. It's like the Z one.
But guys, watch out. If you can't afford it now, unless it's absolutely essential, it's not the sort of thing that you should be making interest payments on. Interest is literally the most colossal waste of money that you could possibly waste your money on. Don't give other people money for just the privilege of having given you some money. No, very bad. And obviously I understand that sometimes you can't avoid it, or there are big ticket items like a house, for example, where it's just not feasible to pay for it all in one go, obviously. But just consumer products, no. Okay. All right, let's play some Halo Infinite. Are you kidding me? Okay, you'll have to look away while I sign in for a sec, Andy. What the devil keyboard is this?
That's the,
Now, just a gosh darn minute here. Where did this come from? What is this key?
This was the one they sent us. So that might be some sort of a...
What is this? This is
Finish.
It's like finish layout? Okay. That's something. Okay, yeah, sorry, Andy, I need to type in my password. Thanks.
Zoom directly in.
I don't even...
LTTstore.com.
I don't even know how to
Is that a
type on this
screwdriver
keyboard.
in your pocket?
Oh my goodness.
You mean to tell me you can't touch type, Linus?
Not on this.
Oh, because the layout's different. Shut up, Dan.
It's still QWERTY.
Is it?
Okay, yeah,
Are you
but
sure?
the labels are wrong.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out your password, that's all.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. Okay, yeah. No, I'm not good.
He's logging it.
Oh,
Apparently Scandinavian layout.
Scandinavian.
okay, well, I managed to enter my password. All I gotta do is my 2FA, and then we're good to go.
Look at him, not me.
Oh, hit a slash instead of enter. Okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to run because I have a short shift key. So good luck me. Would you consider banning consumer credit? I don't know if we'd have any way of doing that. Because the thing you gotta understand, maybe you're watching from Europe or something, is over here, credit cards are ubiquitous. Like, I use a credit card for everything. I just pay it off every month because if I can get rewards for using my credit card, then I might as well just get reward. Are you kidding me? I just signed in. One moment, please.
Welcome to current year, everybody.
I don't know. Look at me. What if I did it like one of the...
Yeah, there you go.
And then you can go shoulder, chin,
Oh, no.
shoulder, shoulder,
Yes.
shoulder. Double dream hands. Yeah. That's a reference for the real ones.
Thank you for that, Adam. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, you're a real one, Dan.
We need to practice that together more.
Boo, bring back Shay.
Aw. Oh yeah, I forgot about the live
Okay,
feed.
I'm done, I think. You know what? Maybe it's the wrong 2FA code. Hold on. I have like 1,000 different 2FA things. No, that's definitely the right one.
Oh, it says press enter to play. What? It's not in the cards. There's no Halo for you today.
Sign in number 4?
Are you kidding me? Microsoft? Okay. Cool. Installed locally. Oh, it's not. Oh, it doesn't.
I
detect them.
haven't picked up the other drive. Just go into them folders and open like a Dead Space or a...
Okay. What else do we have?
You know, The Last of Us. That's in the middle of a game.
Fine. This is brutal. What a great computer. I mean, who built this mess?
This always happens, man.
I know.
It works, and then you build it, and then it suddenly stops working.
I know. Wait, you're about to install The Last of Us? Seriously? You know what? I give up. No, I don't give up. I'm just going to launch MSI Combustor. There.
Now that's a game.
That's my favorite game.
Why is it saying download? Oh, is this?
No,
there's an
we're
update.
good. We're good.
Okay, I was about to scream.
Run stress test. Here we go. Cool. GPU temp, 55 degrees. Hey, that fan spun up, Dan. Very exciting.
I caught it live.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
that
like
wobble.
fly off and break through the
Definitely
glass.
ramping up a little bit.
You want to toss the Cinnabon on at the same time? Really get them cooking in there?
No, this is okay. Because Cinebench isn't really going to affect the internal temperatures much. I have the radiator configured as an exhaust. So that's not really going to do anything. I do kind of want to have a look at how that air kind of gets kicked out here. Yeah, okay. It goes right out the back and it's reasonably perforated. Yeah, I don't think that's a major issue. I do worry about my intake. The fact that I only have these two 80mm fans for intake, but then they are blowing right onto my GPU. Yeah.
What are your CPU temps at?
If you had more of like an esportsy configuration, I think this would be way more than fine. And the cooler for the 4090 is so overbuilt that I would be surprised if we go above like 65, 70 degrees anyway. Yeah.
Pretty fun game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, look at this rock. Look at that rock, man.
Graphics.
Rock on.
Yeah, it's got the it's got the tessellation.
Yeah, it's got that depth of field.
Yeah.
Love that depth of field.
Everyone's trying to make rocks in their games these days, but no one can really do it like MSI.
Nobody makes a rock snake.
Yeah.
Like MSI Combustor. What is this thing?
Rock Snake was my nickname in high school.
I doubt that.
Oh. What about me doesn't make you think that that was my nickname in high school?
Wait. Are you kidding me? My CPU, I assumed the CPU temps were fine because it was sitting at like, I don't know, 20, 30% use. This CPU is at 83 degrees. Whew. Actually, the utilization's a little bit higher now.
I may have forgot to ask if you put thermal paste on it.
Steam is downloading something. I didn't, but there was thermal paste on it already.
Okay.
Steam's downloading something, so that explains why the CPU usage is a little bit higher right now. But man, we're up to 83 degrees because it's taking all that heat coming off the GPU and then putting that through the radiator, right? So it's not in an optimal cooling configuration, at least from a CPU standpoint. This GPU is not going to get hot. We're at 71 degrees and it's basically settling in there. So that's fine. At least we can see that it doesn't need a ton of clearance above the fan. But I do not like these CPU temps. Okay, fine. I will hit it with a Cinebench load and let's see what happens. Mm, 90 degrees. Yeah,